Hey everybody, it's Connor and Keith from the Mean Boys podcast.
Here with a fucking madness episode.
Yeah, Keith Ray and Ehsan Ahmad join us in the studio this week, and holy shit, Keith Ray tells an amazing story at the end.
Yeah, you're going to notice this is a longer episode than usual.
Yeah.
Do not check out early because I promise you the last 20 minutes of this episode are magic. Really, it's fun all the way top to bottom, but the last 20 minutes, something majestic happens.
He does like an entire like Sundance dark comedy at the end.
Yeah, it's the closest this dumb show has ever come to art, maybe.
Yeah. So enjoy that. As always, we're sponsored by Don Carlos Taco Shop in La Jolla, California. The finest Mexican food that money can buy. Go to eataburrito.com for more information.
We are also sponsored by the Comfort Ninja Inflatable Lounger. Lounge furniture that works inside, outside, on the go, even in the goddamn pool or the ocean. You just scoop air on in there. Comes in a whole bunch of fun-ass colors.
We still have not looked into what colors those are.
No,
we have been assured that they are fun.
Yes, they are the funnest colors.
We're talking no browns, no taupes, no. Oh,
it sounded real bad.
Yeah, well, I mean that's like a fun color. White isn't a fun color either.
White is the least fun color. I mean, historically speaking.
One time I was at the airport, and I swear to God, over the loudspeaker, they said, "We're looking for the Brown family." Has anyone seen the Brown family? So please hop on over to the Amazon link in our show notes and pick one of those up.
Yeah, use the promo code NINJA to get 15% off.
And lounge like a ninja. Scoop some air up and shove it up underneath your fat American pig ass. You dirty capitalist. We've been getting a holy shitload fuck of a dick lot of iTunes reviews.
Yeah, so thank you guys.
Thank you guys.
So
you guys are making us look like a legitimate podcast.
Yeah,
it's
it
so
creates
exciting.
the illusion of legitimacy.
I know, yeah. So here's one we could share. Writes, God is dead, fuck everything. This is how my kids would have turned out, and also why I don't have kids. 5 blood feasts out of 5.
Karnak is pleased.
Yeah. You even
feast upon the blood.
You even goated yourself a Karnak cameo. You got to be pretty proud of yourself there.
Yeah, I already regret it.
Yep.
My neck hurts.
Yeah, the amount of
why can't I create a memorable character that doesn't make me bleed?
Here's how you know how hard it is for Keith to do Karnak. You can actually see neck veins when he does it. Through all the
It proves I possess a neck!
The Patreon is still chugging along very, very nicely. Guys, we appreciate all the financial capital. We just sat down and had a very serious meeting about our biggest, stupidest undertaking to date. So just know, and we're not going to be able to tell you why, but know that you are funding a very beautiful, stupid project.
That we are finding out the legal implications of.
Yeah, this one requires lawyers, paperwork, TARP, a lot of fucking bleach, probably. Yeah. So thank you guys for that. $5 a month gives you bonus content. We just sit and shoot the shit, tell stories. You get some fun background on your favorite podcast hosts. Which, and if those aren't us, then I'm offended. And for $10 a month, be in the Mean Boys Fiend Club. Get yourself some cool stickers. Fucking pins this month. We got a Karnak throwback campaign button. The Mean Boys classic 1-inch pin goes nicely on the leather jacket next to all these other things. People will think it's a band. It'll be like, nah, baby, it's a podcast.
Yeah.
Right?
Surprise, I'm not actually cool.
Yeah. We got the Mark Malloy shirt. All the shirts, by the way, have been ported over to Tea Republic from Teespring.
Yes, if you missed one of the earlier ones and you want to pick it up, you can still go get it now. So
yeah, they're all back up there. The Karnak shirt, Mean Boys Classic, Mean Boys Dicks, the Fuck Everything Got His Dead shirt. So yeah, go check those out. Those are all up and kicking. We'll be adding a new one every month, and for $50 a month, you'll be getting that in addition to other goodies on the Patreon rewards. And yeah, I think that's about it. We got a lot of cool shit coming up. This episode is fucking bananas.
It's truly one of the crazier episodes we've ever done.
Like, I know we always try to talk about how we're gnarly hardcore dudes, but legitimately brace yourself for what's about to occur.
Yeah, Keith Ray is basically the brain functionality of Tom combined with the scumbag. I'm sorry, Connor just tapped Tom's mic and 40 flies flew off of it.
There's a lot of flies on the mic.
Holy shit! You just sicked the plague of locusts on the studio.
And it's like I don't want him in the air. I also don't want him on the fucking microphone. We gotta wipe that down.
Oh, God. Well, we have to go rethink our lives. Enjoy this episode of the Mean Boys podcast with Keith Ray and Ehsan Ahmad.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Mean Boys podcast. We can't stop doing this or like 8 of you are going to kill yourselves. I'm Connor McSpadden.
I'm Keith Carey.
I'm Ehsan Ahmad.
And I'm
An unemployed lion. Because you have like this just like majestic mane, and then your face is just like, I need those food stamps.
The Lion, the Witch, and the wardrobe we found on Van Nuys Avenue.
Oh man!
Welcome in the studio, Tom's Bartman, more or less.
Evil Tom. Yeah, Tom couldn't be here. He's suffering from some vague retard flu. But we are joined by Ehsan Ahmad, who you remember from last week's live show, and new to the show, a long requested guest, Keith Ray is here. Everybody.
Hi, everyone.
He's almost disappointingly coherent today because we wanted to have you on forever, but I'm legitimately afraid for two reasons. Either it's going to be a complete, amazing train wreck, or everyone's going to love him so much that we're going to have him on every week.
Ooh, I look forward to the second.
Yeah.
The second one. Is that the ladder?
Yes, that is the ladder.
Yes.
Yeah, well, why don't you go climb a fucking ladder, okay?
That doesn't mean anything, what you just said.
Yeah, why are you being so mean?
Here we are. This is about where I thought we'd
that's
end
what
up.
you guys. That's what we do. We're mean.
Yeah, if you're not familiar with Keith Ray's work, he is basically radioactive Tom Goss.
There we go. I like that. I'm like Tom Goss if his mom huffed gas.
Yeah, more or less. So
Keith is
My mom huffed gas.
Yours too?
yeah, Tom doesn't get angry about a lot, but he got so mad about you smoking while pumping gas while you're on the road together.
Yeah, that and
including the great quote, gas is not that flammable, Tom.
It's not, okay?
That's not a true statement.
If you ask any of my Texas roommates, they'll tell you.
Oh, some dipshits you lived with have science knowledge?
Yeah, they tested it. If you throw a cigarette in lit gas, it will not set
Keith,
it on fire.
first of all, choke up on the mic a little bit, and second of all, I'm going to need to hear about every episode of fucking Redneck Mythbusters that you guys
dude, if you burn a tractor tire, it goes off straight up into the air like a jet engine. I recommend it for parties, and it's just a good time. We killed 2 trees with the one tire.
Wow.
How did that happen?
You're creating new folksy aphorisms. That'll kill 2 trees with one tire, I tell you. Keith, by the way, showed up to the Bean Boys studio holding a pizza box and a pink donut box. We said, did you bring pizza and donuts? He brought, I brought pizza and a donut. And he changed into Daisy Dukes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Keith might be inventing bluegrass comedy right now. I think that's what's happening.
You are just the human equivalent of a jug band.
If a banjo wrote jokes.
Yeah, exactly.
Banjo wrote jokes. I actually play the banjo.
Do you really?
No, but you.
Yeah, nothing has ever been. Oh yeah, I was going to say you'd play the washboard, but I can't imagine you ever having done laundry.
These clothes are. No, they're not.
Yeah, you've changed into a different set of
Dirty
disheveled homeless people clothes.
Yeah, you look like you work at a warehouse that creates other people on food stamps.
Yeah, you did get here. You'd be like, I got to put on my nice garbage.
The formal garbage.
I'm going to put on my recycling.
I keep this one in a Ralph's bag. This outfit, And I got my Vaughn's bag. Those are show clothes. Okay.
A Whole Foods bag is a...
Yeah, well, the food for less bag. Are we getting married?
That's...
All right, there's about 45 Keith Ray stories I'm going to request at the end of the episode. But again, I think we're all fired up. What do you say we get into the Mexican joke off?
Ay, so topical.
Fuck yeah.
Let's do it.
All right, I'll take us away this week. A convicted murderer was released from a psychiatric hospital and then immediately decapitated a toddler. Police officials stated that this kind of thing wouldn't be a problem if Batman would just kill people.
I like the immediately. He didn't even get off the steps of the insane asylum.
Oh, yeah, he just, started, there was a musical number that ended with that. He was swinging around light posts and
Yeah,
shit.
there must have been a hospital administrator oh, man, we were way wrong on that one.
Yeah.
We missed we swung and missed real hard.
Well, you're free. Here's your clothes back, your belt, your wallet,
And
the
here's your
bloody
toddler.
machete you walked in here with. Yeah, here's
Here's your free toddler.
Oh,
We
it's
give
like the
everyone-
Austin Powers scene. It's like a penis pump, the penis pump book. He was like, all right, here we got the mini toddler chainsaw, the mini toddler chainsaw user guide. Just way too many hefty bags, more than anyone would need.
full of just unidentified meat. All right.
Okay, unidentified meat has the floor.
He's gonna need those trash bags to build his new home.
Okay.
Tennis star Serena Williams released the first photo of her newborn daughter. People were touched with one commenter saying, quote, "Aw, look, she has her mother's penis." It's a mannish ass woman.
I mean, that's better than the usual Twitter sphere, which would be tail, you know?
Oh, God. If you don't think there was a much worse first draft of that joke.
Scary.
Dennis Rodman said that he'll get his friend Kim Jong-un to sit down with his other friend Donald Trump to help avoid nuclear war. Critics have unanimously agreed that humanity has jumped the shark.
I do think of America as being like, okay, really, the series finale should have been World War II. You know? And then it's like, yeah, the Nixon stuff was interesting, and then it was just like, okay, wait, so the bad guys from season 8 are like kind of back, but not really, and then there's like a dumb guy, and then they're like, oh, they did everything that, like, you know, the TV show that's like going downhill does. Like, okay, fuck, cool black guy, we need a cool black guy.
Yeah, kooky old millionaire.
Yeah.
Plus, I just want to, by the way, point out to the audience, as we were talking about earlier, Keith Ray's jokes are all written on different stolen scraps of paper.
Like one of them, there's an Oxycontin script. All right, the donuts receipt from earlier.
There's no way he paid for those donuts.
Yeah.
No, I stole them from work. Plus size model, Leighton Mock. I can't even fucking read her name. I can't read, and I'm supposed to read the joke. Okay. A plus-size model recently made the news for shutting down a body shamer in only 4 words on Facebook. Those words, I don't like you, which unfortunately didn't last as far as the whole shutdown goes, since he sent his 5-word reply, you ugly, you fat bitch. I'm so bad at reading. I made that joke suck.
You're pretty bad at writing, too.
Yeah,
that's no good.
it was a long road to you fat bitch, and I appreciate that.
I know. I knew you were in trouble when you couldn't remember her name. And you were looking
it's written there. I can't read it.
I just call her fucking pork fat Cinderella or whatever.
It's Mock Gireppy. Her last name is Mock Gireppy. That's a little bit of.
Well, you got to do that so you're ready for the real Gireppy.
Okay, well, yeah, I don't know what Star Wars planet that is, but. All right. A new study shows that during the Flint water crisis, fetal deaths rose by 58%, and formation of shitty high school metal bands rose by 238%. I don't know, they're just like dead fetuses. These are some real 2 a.m. before the show jokes.
Yeah.
That was a golf clap joke. That's like, yeah, I get it.
It was fun.
Yeah, now I feel bad. Now I'm like, oh man, fucking, I gotta stunt on Keith the rest 4. I'm gonna look like a real dummy.
No, I set the bar low.
Money Magazine published their annual list of the best and worst places to live in America. Topping the list this year was Fisher, Indiana, while the bottom slot went yet again to In a Black Body. That's the only one I like this week.
That was amazing.
I'm just picturing a real estate agent showing you around black bodies. And it's like, you know,
it's roomy.
Yeah, you know, there's a real shitty house, but like the backyard, that's what the dick is. It's like, you know that it's going to be tough, like doing anything in society. But I mean, come on, you could have
it's a great house in a bad
you
neighborhood.
could play frisbee on that bad boy.
It's a mansion in Compton.
A new survey online came out that said 0% of people find Sean Spicer sexy. Reports say a sad Sean Spicer is now desperately trying to cancel an order of his new business cards that just say Sean Spicer, fuck machine.
All right. He is the least attractive man that ever lived.
He's also a fuck machine.
Ahsan rating his Colbert packet for that.
God, imagine fucking Sean Spicer.
Yeah, right?
Like, it's bad. Like, I feel like he's somehow, like...
It just seems so boring.
Yeah, he's, like, on the bottom, but also, like, making demands of things that don't make sense. It's like, put a thumb in your ear. What?
He's like, I don't know, I just want to be in control of something.
Yeah, exactly.
My ex-girlfriend, Taylor Allsip...
Wait, hang on. Wait, is this a joke?
Is this in the news?
No, well, it's true and a joke.
Okay.
I like to write in the now.
You know, we never said they had to be globally topical jokes. These are just very personally topical.
Fair point.
My ex-girlfriend, Taylor Jade Allsip, was arrested in my hometown and made the paper for possession of 161 grams of methamphetamine, 170 grams of heroin, and a motorcycle. When I saw she was arrested, I assumed it was theft, ever since she stole my heart. That's so bad. I fucked it up again. I keep fucking up.
Like Keith, the
dramatic
pauses.
There's so much to unpack with what just happened.
First of all, you did let your soulmate get away. That woman was made for you.
First of all, we're probably going to need to bleep her name.
Was this the Taylor Jade that I met?
This is the psycho that keep with all the things.
With all the things, yeah. Did we do the chloroform with her?
Yeah.
Wait, shut up. Joke off's over. Explain yourself.
Oh, yeah, no, this was the best. Assad comes back from the Midwest and was like, how's the tour, buddy? And he's like, oh, it's great. I did a lot of chloroform.
A lot of chloroform?
A fair amount.
Not as much as me.
No, it was his
Well, yeah,
chloroform.
it takes a lot to take down an elephant. Like,
I was. Well, you know.
Any amount of chloroform is a lot because the baseline amount of chloroform most people do is 0.1 billion zeros. 1%.
yeah, it's just, the only people who do chloroform are like people who are getting kidnapped by Russian gangsters and Hunter Thompson. Like, this is the only
that strong of chloroform. It was old cough medicine we found in someone's basement.
It was only
old-
1x chloroform, not the 3x.
By old, we
chloroform
mean
jug.
the bottle was made in around 1908.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
That's back when they were
Back when medicine was literally just chloroform.
Yeah, it was actually called like Dr. Longfellow's baby sleep
I bought it
toxin
from
or whatever.
It was
It was
running
straight
a
heroin.
traveling apothecary. So wait, how was the chloroform? What did you do on it?
Well, you either huff it.
Let me explain
Okay.
the high.
Yeah, please,
you
like you explain this.
So we would do what's called whiffs and dips. My favorite way.
That is an appetizer at the restaurant you're going to open someday.
You just hold the jar and you just kind of swirl it around like a brandy, and you inhale the fumes as they escape from it. And then you'll take your pinky.
Speaking of which, my ex-girlfriend Brandy was caught with 40 crocodiles and a black guy outside of the solar system.
You can't cut him off when he's about to insert a pinky into something.
Yeah, you put your pinky down into that old, thick, molassesy Jägermeister kind of goo at the bottom of the thing, and then you suck it off your pinky.
Yep.
You do that like 3 or 4 times till you start to get a stomach ache, and then you smoke a little weed that takes the edge off your stomach ache, and then it's just basically beer.
Yeah, you're like a little bit. You're like kind of like outside your own body watching it.
Yeah.
In a little weird way. Like a little.
Holy
This
shit.
is the best podcast ever.
Yeah, it goes great with Miller Lite.
Yeah. And Crazy Ex-Girlfriend.
Yeah,
they really
the
go.
show?
The chloroform
No. Oh, the girl from the
sommelier.
show.
Yeah, we have a 78 bathtub here. It goes wonderfully with a blunt object upside your head.
Oh, my Christ.
Might I suggest some cheese or robbing a liquor store?
Oh, that's sad. She was sweet. I liked her.
Yeah, no, she used to send me videos of her like fucking digits deep, like right before I'd go on stage. I'm telling you right now, that's better than a bump of coke anytime. You just like go up there feeling like a king.
Oh yeah,
you know?
Keith's very pop-eyed by drug dealers fucking schlicking. You know,
Digits deep. That's pretty good.
that Digits Deep. What was your white rap name? Because it should have been Digits Deep. Because I know Keith has 3 white rap albums.
2.
2. Okay.
Oh God, how did you know about that?
You got drunk and told me on
I'm
several
sorry.
occasions.
Yeah. Oh, K Rizzo, the worst. Oh God, K Rizzo. That was my rap name.
He's like one of the shitty Jedis where they're like, hey,
Is that like Squid Man? Who
Well,
gets
he was
killed?
the one that was killed off. One of the ones that were killed off by the Order.
Yeah, exactly.
I was a big fan of Grease before I became a rapper.
Like the musical or
the
like
country?
stuff that
The
covers you.
character
Yeah.
in Grease, Rizzo. Come on, guys.
Okay, I got it.
Don't know how to do chloroform. You're not familiar with American musical classics.
I am
of
familiar with
podcast
Grease. I'm
is this?
disappointed in myself.
I'm
for
not here
getting
to
that.
teach.
I feel bad because I got a real lame Bill Maher ass joke coming up here. A new antibody attacks 99% of HIV strains. Scientists are calling it the Republican economic policy of antibodies.
Boo. I mean, it's not a bad joke, but following everything that just happened,
Yeah,
it
it's
feels
hard to
like-
follow
Oh,
chloroform.
I know. Well, I was up late I got home at like 2 in the morning because me and Ehsan were talking last night late, and I was just like, I need just anything that is technically a joke. And
Yeah.
just get through this.
I feel you. I got a couple of those coming up. A tourist is traveling the United States and documenting hidden penises across the country. Her next stop is a tour of the underside of Keith Ray's stomach. Sorry.
It's all right. We're both fat.
Yeah.
No, there's a little Guy Fieri tattoo on his abdomen, you know, where he visited with the thumbs
I'd
up.
rather get fatted by the fat guy than like you two fucking.
Who fats the fat man?
Yeah.
Yeah, who fats the fat man?
Let's see. Volvo of Australia's self-driving car is having problems because it has trouble understanding kangaroos. To be fair, Volvo, so do I.
All right, I wish you could chloroform yourself after that joke. I want to miss that one. You had to wake up tied to some railroad tracks. Like, oh, at least I don't remember bombing.
Today is the first day of autumn, and with that,
I knew a girl named Autumn. She got butt fucked by the Hells Angels.
so is that like a callback to a girl named Autumn? You really did you?
No,
Keith.
I'm doing an impression of you. Oh my god.
Hey man, I'm just getting it together.
All right.
So today is the first day of autumn.
'Kay.
With that comes ball season, as we all know.
Wait, what season?
Ball season,
Explain.
like when you go to the ball, dust
Yeah.
off the old tux and go out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you know, all
pop
the
open the
debutante balls.
Kmart bag and get out your tuxedo.
Lately, there's been a rise in Rothschild-esque Illuminati-themed parties, which, because of, I'm reminded of a saying my dad used to have: quitters never win, and winners celebrate sexually torrid pasts with members of your own family.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Man, I wish I could bomb as funny. I really wish I could do that.
That started off as a joke about seasons and turned into Eyes Wide Shut. How did you do that?
It's ball season.
The leaves are changing, but you know what isn't? The corruption amongst the financial elites and the horrible appetites that stem from a lack of fucking goals to achieve.
I just want to
you,
point.
you went from it's fall today. Isn't incest funny?
What's great is
Both true.
We got Keith to fill in last minute last night because we knew Tom was going to be out, and I was talking to him outside an open mic, and I'm like, "Yeah, so you just got to do like these 5 jokes for the Mexican joke off." He's like, "Okay, but like, can you tell me what you guys are doing? Because I don't want to like step on your thing." And I'm like, "Oh, they're real easy. They're just like, yeah, well, you know, I just want to do this and that." And I'm like, I know you're going to fuck this up.
Here's what I think is funny.
But I also know it's going to be beautiful.
He's like, I don't want anyone else to have an autumn incest party, like, you know.
Yeah. To think that was going to
joke.
step on one of our jokes is pretty funny.
Yeah, I assumed you guys were going to bring up the Illuminati because they're always in the news.
I mean, there's still a lot of
own
show.
the news.
Well, all right. A regional manager for Metro PCS stated that 32 stores were robbed in Florida during Hurricane Irma, amounting to almost $48 in damages. That's the official cell phone store of homeless people trying to get their lives together.
Is that Metro PCS?
Yeah. You're like, you know what? I got $60 and a provisional credit card account from this, like, you know, social worker.
I'm going to work my way up to Cricket Wireless.
Yeah, this is just so I can get a job interview and get that Walmart greeter gig.
I once saw a homeless lady FaceTime another homeless lady, and I was like,
That's
this is
amazing.
Yeah, this is beautiful. I love America. God bless America.
Yeah, where are you? Outside. Where are you? Also outside. Donald Trump referred to Kim Jong-un as Rocket Man in a speech. This continues his trend of giving musical nicknames to world leaders, including Benjamin... I fucked it up. Yeah. Rodrigo, Fight for Your Right, Duterte, and Benjamin Netanyahu, Let the Dogs Out. Damn it. It was bad, but at least I did it wrong.
A part of me thinks he called him Rocket Man because he just thinks he's Yao Ming.
It's pretty funny.
It's one of the few times where I've kind of like seen him say something. I'm like, all right, Rocket Man's pretty funny. Like,
Rocket Man's
credit where
I
credit's
didn't
due.
hate Rocket Man.
Yeah.
I hate what he represented for democracy.
Oh yeah, we're all gonna die, but it's a pretty sweet
as like
burn.
a condescending 2-word nickname. Like,
Yeah.
okay,
Well, then I love Kim Jong Un came back and called them a dotard, which nobody had ever heard
that
of.
doesn't make sense, but it makes perfect sense.
Well, it's like a senile old dipshit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it actually makes.
It's an actual word.
It's a real
in
word, yeah.
Korean.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah,
apparently it's a kind of obscure word in Korean, but then again, aren't all words
Well, I think it's
in
an English
Korean
word.
obscure?
I think it's an English
I
word,
don't know
too.
any of them. It's not like...
you know what now.
You know, you can learn that from Big Daddy. It's like there's certain words in other languages that you just kind of know, whereas all of Korean, I don't really know.
I like that when you said other languages, you just pointed at a song. Like, you know, you guys, you know, the other ones.
the other language.
Yeah. So Keith doesn't know Korean. That's what we all
Shocker.
learned here today.
Yet he looks like he fought and died in Korea.
Hurricane Maria recently destroyed Puerto Rico's power grid, leaving them without power. At the same time, a 7.1 earthquake hit Mexico, killing almost 300 people. But those countries are full of brown people, so it doesn't really matter.
I like that that's a joke you told and just a secret thing Keith thought.
It's totally steps on my joke. To why I asked last night in preparation for this bombing. decided to let you guys keep forever and give to everyone. Yeah, the death toll in Mexico is a whopping 225 people. Nice.
I like Keith's serious newscaster voice. Like, the death toll in Mexico City is, can someone buy me a sandwich? Like, you're still you. Like, you can't fool me. I've been seen behind the curtain too much.
I put on my college voice.
Yeah. This is Keith trying to get an overdraft fee dismissed voice. All right. A Texas middle school teacher who preyed on underage girls on social media using the username Big D has been charged with 1 felony count of soliciting a minor online and 1 misdemeanor charge of de-exaggeration. There's a D auditor who's just like, man, this is tough. I'm your public defender, but this is a medium D.
Your Honor, the D don't fit. He's full of shit. All right, and finally for me, a man in a diaper and a gorilla mask was arrested for stealing bananas from a Walmart. We've posted Tom Goss's bail, and he'll be back on the show next week.
Yeah, I guess I need potassium to like make my kidneys go.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought if you was a monkey, that was free.
In Australia, the government recently passed out a gay sex pamphlet that had the randomly generated barcode that said bum sex, proving once and for all there is a God, and he has a great sense of humor.
Tell you who understands kangaroos, gay people.
Oh, yeah.
Why is everyone reading
We're
the
just like,
line?
yeah, there's a man in that man's pouch.
Keith's album.
This one's kind of a feel-good story.
Oh, is it?
Oh, no.
An Amish prophet, self-proclaimed, of God, sentenced to 87 years for sexual misconduct with underage girls. At least he was being straight about it, you know?
Wait, what?
He wasn't gay. He was fucking girls.
Yeah, he was fucking girls. We always hear about
Did you say he was sentenced
liars.
Did you say he was
fucking
sentenced to
kids,
87 years?
Yeah, 87 years.
That you might as well sentence him to a billion kajillion years.
I mean, no, it's a blink of the eye in God's time, so...
Yeah, but in terms of like that dude it being dead, it seems.
I do like that when like you hear a prison sentence. It's like he's got 233 years in prison. It's like why did you tell us that?
Yeah, that's so stupid. That just makes prison seem dumb.
You know what that guy's going to do? Try to discover immortality in prison.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well you have to go to jail for infinity plus one.
No, that guy's going to be on the phone, like between the thick plated glass. He's like, I need you to bake some gypsy tears into a cake. I'm getting close in here. I'm making toilet potions.
That's, the Philosopher's Stone is somewhere in San Quentin right now.
All right. Wait, what are you doing?
What happened?
I was turning the volume off. And it went off. That's an alert. Apparently, yep.
Amber?
Woman with Down syndrome files complaint. That's
Down syndrome alerts?
yeah, I get Down to alerts.
Why?
Well, I just,
Talking to your microphone.
I really like retarded people. They make me happy and feel good about myself. Those are two things that are really hard to come by in this world.
Now, is it because they make you feel better that you're not retarded, or is it because you're inspired by their, like, you know, just
their
appreciation? Yeah.
Yeah, they got a hard time getting dressed too.
No, my...
They change clothes for no reason twice a day, just like me.
They also end up getting into pickles at the grocery store because they get excited about they have the good cheese and not that bullshit cheese.
Right. That's right. It's all about the cheese. Do you guys know about the under 5 blocks, bro?
Okay, you're a cheese pedophile. Is what you're saying.
That's a great album title, by the way.
What is it
Cheese
under?
Cheese
pedophile?
Keith Ray, Cheese Pedophile.
What is an under 5 block?
Okay, so you can get like really fancy cheeses at the grocery store,
Right.
But they cut them into these smaller blocks, so they're only like $3 or $4 a piece,
Right.
And you can make it look like you take care of yourself and enjoy nice things for a really reasonable amount. Like I like fromage de affanois. You know?
Okay.
So really,
That is fancy.
see,
I didn't expect you to stick the landing on the French there. That was
To be fair,
impressive.
no one knows for sure that he did.
This is Keith could not pronounce the name of a fat lady on the internet. Completely crushed a type of cheese that probably doesn't exist. That's right.
it's like a buttery brie.
Yeah.
Buttery Brie was that Instagram model.
Buttery Brie is your ex-girlfriend's hooker name. Oh, man, I'm going to miss you, Buttery. You were the best time, $28 could buy.
Well, I guess it's just me and Greasy Deborah now.
All right, everybody. The Mean Boys Podcast will be right back. Fuck.
Hey, you fucking fucks. It's your boy, Mark Malloy. You might know me as the proprietor of Mark Malloy's Anime Emporium. Or as that guy who got popped for setting up a Kickstarter for Hurricane Harvey, and then he used the money to buy some broad a set of fake tits or whatever. Look, if you're still mad about that, stop writing me emails, because clearly you don't understand how important a scientific development it is to sew black jugs on a Korean bitch. Nobody's got any fucking vision in this world anymore, I swear to fucking God. Anyway, I'm here to tell you about my exciting new business venture. If you're a woman over the age of 13 in Boston, there's a 100% chance you got a kid. And bless its little fucking heart. Your precious little bundle of dipshit's probably a real sweetie, running into walls and shitting in its overalls and what have you. And if you're a mother in Boston, your kid's dad is most likely either in jail, on his way to jail, or currently being stabbed in jail. So what are you supposed to do with the little motherfucker while you're working? You gotta go shake your shit at that titty bar down on Blue Hill. What the fuck's it called again? Oh yeah, honkers. Daytime pervert money's the only thing that's gonna keep your precious little mistake snack hole crammed full of Lunchables. But daycare can be so expensive. There's gotta be a better fucking way. That's why I'm announcing the grand opening of Mark Malloy's Boston Kid Depository. Conveniently located at my retarded cousin Little Pete's house, we offer the cheapest, most convenient, legal-adjacent daycare service in the greater Boston area. Kids love Little Pete, on account of he's got a medical condition known as shit for brains, and is pretty much a 220-pound 6-year-old. And don't worry about him going all mice and men on your kid and breaking him or whatever. We keep him on a leash, so we promise that will never, ever happen again. We're stocked to the nuts with fun toys and games for kids with low standards of all ages. We got 3/4 of a Monopoly game, we got a Nintendo that kinda works, we got 6 Legos, and Little Pete's got his Play-Doh Fun Factory. And the Play-Doh's about 73% jizz at this point, but you can still make fucking spaghetti or whatever. Kids are gonna go shit dick cuckoo bananas when they see our front yard jungle gym jamboree. They can swing on that down power line that's probably disconnected by now. They can climb all over that rusted-out Nissan the Dominicans who used to live here left on the lawn. We even got a seesaw. Oh, sorry, I read that part wrong. What I meant to say was, we're gonna let your kids seesaw. Yeah, I don't know, the only movies Little Pete owns are all 7 of the Saw movies, and then just a dusty old VHS tape full of slutty cartoon octopus nonsense. Yeah, it's labeled Atrocities of the Orient. Trust me, you don't want to show your kids that one. My 6-year-old niece watched it for 30 seconds, her hair turned white, and she stopped being able to taste candy. I swear to God, hasn't smiled in 3 years. It's fucked up. Anyway, kids love Saw. And frankly, if you didn't want your kids to see dead bodies, you shouldn't have lived in Southie. Don't be late. Any kids not picked up by 6 o'clock will be sold at market value to that old Vietnamese fella from down the block. I don't know what he's doing with them, and frankly, I don't need to know. The good news is, it's not a sex thing. The bad news is, he felt the need to tell me that it's not a sex thing. So I kind of feel like it might be a he who smelt it dealt it pedophilia situation. Anyway, be on time and it's not a fucking problem. Yo, Mark, one of the kids got into your pills and he's turning a weird color. Ah, fuck me. This shit's expensive. All right, guess I gotta go scoop a sack of Xannies out of a toddler. Hell of a fucking day. Anyway, come on down to Mark Malloy's Kid Shack, or whatever the fuck I called it earlier. Conveniently located on that block the cops won't go to anymore. All right, you little fucking cocksucker. You better Oshkosh but get to work throwing up Uncle Mark's sad boy pills, or I'm gonna punch him out of you.
All right, everybody, the Mean Boys Podcast is back with a new segment that I came up with that I thought would be fun. This is a segment called You Be the Judge, where I'm gonna tell you guys about a crime, and we're gonna try to decide a better punishment for these people, or a punishment that you guys think is just.
All right. Have they already been punished, and we're gonna try and top that, or
I don't know.
I should stop.
Keith, we didn't bring you on.
Hey, will you just walk me through everything?
Because we needed a keen analytical mind. I kind of just wanted you to talk about barbecue sauce you enjoy and tell crackhead stories. Not so much what is the... I actually was a paralegal before the mask fell off, so... All right, so we'll open up with this one. The mother of a 14-year-old boy with autism, this was actually discussed on the Mean Boys live show, who was traumatized after a run-in with a Buckeye police officer, says she never expected what would happen to her son would spark a national discussion. Now, what happened is, this guy on his police body camera tackled this autistic kid to the ground because he thought he was doing drugs. Now, let's take a look at a clip here to get a little context.
Making...
Wait, so he tackles the kid because he thought he was doing drugs or dealing drugs?
News, and right now you are about to hear from the family at the center of it all.
I'm okay. It's my baby who was, manhandled like that.
This is the mother of the 14-year-old boy who was traumatized at the hands of a Buckeye officer. Tonight, she tells ABC 15 investigator Dave Biscobing why she no longer trusts Buckeye police.
Do we have to try?
No one knows a child like their mother.
Yeah.
It's no different for Danielle Leibel and her 14-year-old son, Connor.
Derpus.
I love you.
Oh, my God.
So steady.
Yeah, I was swinging on my swing.
But it doesn't take an expert or very long.
Yeah, we have
And
to
we're
see.
sure he's
to
not
notice
on
something
drugs.
a little different about Connor. His autism.
You stimming?
Yeah.
Because he's so verbal, he's considered a higher functioning individual.
What's going on?
It's also his autism, why we're here.
What are you doing?
I'm skinny.
What?
How you doing with this?
What is that?
On July 19th, a Buckeye police officer mistakes Connor's behavior for drug use and quickly grabs his arm to handcuff and detain him.
Don't go anywhere. All right, just relax.
Are you okay?
I'm okay.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up. And it's that kid is pretty clearly autistic.
Yeah, no, he's hella gump. He's
On the gum scale, he ranks the forest.
The kid also super
a whole rainforest.
Yeah, this kid's just feeling a piece of string because I guess like with autistic people they like
they like
textures and stuff,
touching
you know?
shit.
Yeah, which sort of freaks me out because so do I.
Yeah, you're a little
I
autistic.
enjoy a little shag carpeting on the feet.
Don't we all though?
Yeah, that's true. So
Soft things are nice.
yeah, so this kid is like rubbing a piece of string, and then he starts. So what do you think should happen to that guy? What?
To the cop?
Yeah, because he got dismissed. All that shit got kind of like thrown out against him.
Okay. Yeah, well, of course, because, this is actually pretty good behavior for a police officer.
That guy's also a drug recognition expert.
I think
really?
I think at one point during his life, nobody tells him when or where it's going to happen. They just sick an uppity tart on him. Like they just tell him like you get 30 seconds to go ham on him like a fucking chimp at a petting zoo, and just whatever happens.
Well, this guy's like, the time to take my daughter to Chuck E. Cheese, and he goes to the bathroom. They just lock the doors, turn out the lights, and it's like, we released one copy of Spyro on PlayStation 2 into this room. And they're all gonna try to find it.
The Mongo.
Oh, that like, oh my god! If you fuck over like one specific group of people, like if you like hurt a black person as a cop, you should have to go into like the Black Guy Thunderdome, which is like DMX
It's
and
called
Mayweather.
prison. We have a name for it. It's called prison.
Then yeah, that's technically right.
Well, yeah,
Black Guy Thunderdome.
Oh, there's so many good episode titles. Cheese pedophile, Black Guy Thunderdome. No, that'd be great though. If you like a dog fighting ring, just you fucking you like. All right, well, you got to fight 50 dogs.
Oh man, just one cop barehanded versus 20 slow kids.
I think that this guy should like for 2 years. Like, if they do let him be a cop again, I think he should have to wear a helmet the whole time.
Yeah,
Not on a bike, in a car.
Here's what I will say: I'm watching that video and I'm kind of like, it did seem like he didn't tackle him until the kid freaked out and kind of went fisty on him, and it's like there's only so much you can do at that point because you don't know what's up. But if somebody's swinging at you, you got to get them on the ground.
You're not allowed to not do what cops tell you.
Yeah, and
I understand that he didn't understand that because of his condition. But it seemed like as long as the cop didn't keep hurting him after,
it kind of felt like the kid. Like
Keith has a lot of empathy because of his experience at the hometown buffet. You're not allowed to say all you can eat and then get mad when I'm making a Jello castle.
Here's the thing: it's a bummer, obviously, and it's like you watch that and you feel bad, but it's like it didn't really seem like the cop did anything that wrong.
Yeah, throw him on the desk. Put him on the desk duty. That's what
fair,
they hate the most.
The
right?
cop-
These cops.
The cop shouldn't have gone for the arrest right away. The idea
I think he should have talked to him.
talked to him.
Yeah.
It looked like there was like a cut in the video there, though. I couldn't be wrong.
No, it was straight. That's
Oh, was it? Okay, I thought I saw an edit there.
It was straight through. I think we should give that cop's kids enough vaccines until they're autistic. Let's actually find out how many vaccines you have to take before you actually become autistic.
Well, good news, Officer Grossman. Their legs are in tip-top shape. No polio. But I hope you like trains, Mr. Grossman. I hope you like trains.
Wait, I have an alternate thing. Instead of punishing the cop just because of what happened to that kid, he's now illegally allowed to do heroin.
Oh, yeah. That'd be sick.
Which, what a great way to spend a life that will never meet any kind of potential anyway.
What if we found out that's how you cure autism, though?
Heroin?
Like, if you just shoot it hard with drugs, they just get super smart. Like,
I gotta be honest, it feels a bit like to call like Keith a retard, like feels, but actually calling someone with autism a retard, feel like, I don't know. Does that feel weird to you guys?
I mean, clearly, yes.
We all got real tight on that.
I don't know. Sure wish you would have had this moral objection before I did it 40 times. But I don't know. It's.
I mean, when I
this is where we bring up the moral questions, right?
Developmentally disabled. When I think about the developmentally disabled, I don't like one word really comes to mind. And it's not retard. It's
the N word.
Loser. You know what I mean? Because like if in the game of being born, if you're born retarded, you lost. So
yeah, you're unlucky in blackjack. You're still a loser. I mean, you know, it's not a game of skill being born.
I do feel that way. That's why I think handicap parking spaces shouldn't be right next to the place. It's not my fault you were bad at natural selection.
Exactly.
Welcome back to the eugenics.
Well, if you're in a wheelchair, why should you get to park closer? Like, you don't even have to walk. Like, it's not a big deal for you.
And you got
you got to push a button for 8 more seconds.
Big old roly-poly women fucking parking there. Out in the valley, there's no handicapped people, just fat people that are pretending.
Said 2 guys with crippling gland disorders.
Hey, this is all mayonnaise. This is all my decision. I take responsibility.
Fat my choice, ladies and gentlemen. How dare you? All right, this next story. This one is, I don't know what kind of legal recourse is really appropriate here, but a restaurant patron in Delaware wasn't thrilled to be eating next to a fellow patron's service animal, and she wasn't afraid to let him know. The woman who was dining at a made-up-sounding-ass place, Kathy's Crab House and Family Restaurant in Delaware City, was filmed yelling at a group of people in the middle of the eatery, arguing that having a dog in the dining room is nasty, and that there should be a separate section for people with animals, reports Heavy.com. Now, this was a PTSD service dog marked with a PTSD service dog vest for a war veteran, and I just want you guys to hear a little bit of this lady because it's pretty fucking insane.
I'm not going to keep my pants to myself. I'm going to push it just like I did. There's nothing you can do about it. No, it's nothing. I'm leaving because the food is nasty and there's a dog. So what? What do you want to do about it? Nothing.
He's alive because he fought for our country. You know?
Congratulations! Congrats! So did my husband's dead. My husband's dead did too. What's your point? My husband's dead. Fought for the fucking country. So did he. So what? It's still nasty to me. I don't care. No, it's not. It's nasty to me. You can't change. You can't change my goddamn opinion. So I don't care. It should be a separate section for a fucking animal. Separate section for animals.
Probably not a good idea to be yelling like this when you get PTSD.
Shut up.
This is at the DMV?
No, it's just at a restaurant.
You gonna make me?
Kathy's Crab Shack.
Oh, I
Family
love
Diner.
Kathy's Crab. I used to finger bang girls on breadstick night.
It looks like they were just trying to cover their bases.
Oh, man.
So anyway, that goes on for another 2 minutes.
Oh,
Jesus.
I mean, it's not.
Of course it is, because she's whipping herself up into that hole. I get to say the same thing again and again. It's nasty. It's nasty.
Yeah, it's the same thing Tom does, but about hot sauce.
It's just nice to see a black. It's nice to see a black person taking back being an entitled cunt from the white man. Like, holy shit!
Wow.
Yeah, no shit.
Well, she said my husband died too, so now I'm just picturing her husband as like
No, I think
a Navy
she
SEAL.
She said my husband's dad
father.
also fought in the.
Oh, okay.
She's just trying to say
Because
like,
I was picturing her husband like in like a Russian like dark like interrogation room, and then a German Shepherd walks in with a loaded handgun. And he's like, "Say goodbye, Mr. Bond."
man, that is ridiculous.
Well,
and this dude, like, I mean,
to be fair, that is a giant ass dog.
Well, and also this dude.
Well,
like,
that's clearly a service dog, though. That's not like one of those like, shitty
I feel
chihuahuas.
bad.
Yeah, that's a dog the size of a horse.
You know,
Yeah.
dogs can get scared really easily, and to have like a bunch of adult people screaming around the dog. That was probably
service dogs are
that was
crazy
probably
about
the
crap.
biggest victim in the whole thing.
Well, I
was
think the
just
dog is
panic of the dog.
I think the
you know?
dog is probably
dog's
fine
like
because they're really trained. You know who I think does get scared really easily are people with PTSD.
Yeah,
and so like I kind of feel bad
Here's
for that
my
person.
thing: is this is like an older dude with PTSD, and if you're like 65-year-old baby boomer war veteran, you don't want to be the guy who has a service dog. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
that's true.
Because like that's like the exact.
You're
kind
not
of guy.
hopping on the bandwagon. You need
Yeah.
that dog.
This guy's not like, well, yeah, I like to watch him eat garlic knots. He's like, no, sometimes shit gets real at the supermarket,
Yeah.
and I need Harvey to, you know.
Yeah, I'm not
my
allowed to
face
choke
and bring me
out
back to
Koreans on
reality.
the bus, so they gave me a fucking poodle. Like,
Yeah.
Like, I don't like when I go to liquor stores and there's just a cat hanging out inside, you know? But I'm like, you know what? It's close to my house and fine. So
Yeah, it's not like the dog. She's like, oh, the food is nasty. The dog is not making the food. Like, the dog is in one location. Don't eat food that was in that dog-shaped area, and you're going to be fine, bitch.
Yeah, here's what this seems like a good solution for Dog Thunderdome, as we discussed. She has to go to Dog Thunderdome.
Just to eat a dog.
I think she has nothing but a vest to wear.
I think it's just no more shrimp for you. You know what I mean? Like, no more shrimp ever. Like, no, you can't go to
We're
down
gonna
the
put an
street
ankle
from Kathy's,
bracelet
hit
on
up
you.
Long John's now. You get banned from having shrimp for life.
If we detect,
You would have to, there's so much coordination that would have to go on to make that happen.
yeah, if we detect mercury in your blood during these random sample times,
We're going to put a bunch more mercury in your blood.
yeah, we're gonna chock you full of fucking heavy metals and put you in Dog Thunderdome. All right,
You really just want Dog Thunderdome to be a thing.
If I'm being real honest, I think
one man roof, yeah, two men.
Two men enter, one man digs.
I think the Thunderdome was probably going to be the answer to every question.
Yeah.
On this segment.
That's the
but
problem. It's too good of an idea early on.
You should probably just have a dog follow her everywhere.
Yeah.
Just everywhere she goes, there's just a dog.
I think she should because she's just such a piece of shit. I think she should have to talk to Pierce Morgan about one of his hobbies for 3 days straight. I think she should have to tour his entire botanical garden. While he's just actually.
They just put her on Small World for eight go-arounds in a row.
Man, what an awful woman.
She was fucking going turn because if she said my husband died, I'm like, all right. That was where I was like, they've all got some issues. She's got some feelings attached to the whole service dog thing.
But my
She's like,
husband's
oh
dead.
yeah, my dad was in the war too, and it's like, oh yeah, he's cool.
Yeah. Give him a dog.
We're not saying that your dad can't also have a dog. We're saying he can have a dog. And
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't have a dog,
Where
but he's
does-
definitely
where
got a
does she want the
bitch.
guy
Am I right, gang?
Hey, ho, hey, hey. Correctamundo.
So what do we think? What do we think for this lady? I don't think we've really gotten there yet.
I think the
my
shrimp
mom
one is
was
pretty
here,
good.
if
Oh,
my
yeah.
mom was
Shrimp
here,
testing?
She would be like, well, they ought to make her go fight. That's what she would say.
That was gonna be my
That's
suggestion.
my mom's idea for what it would be, was to make her serve in a forward unit. Serve in active combat. And
Let's combine Keith's and Connor's idea. Shrimp Thunderdome.
you just drowned in live shrimp.
She's got to eat her way out.
You have one bottle of marinara sauce. You
gotta fucking
have the
dig
will
dug
to get out.
Shrimp. I love how Ehsan thinks that you dip shrimp in marinara.
Cocktail sauce.
Cocktail
sauce.
sauce, buddy.
That seems like something you would do. You're like, seems trashy, tastes classy. Welcome to
Shrimperdome.
welcome to Big Keith's fucking etc. Palooza. Food dungeon. Eat your way out.
This was in Alabama or some shit. This was in the South.
This
right?
was in Delaware.
I was in Delaware. Okay, I thought it was in the South because I was this black lady's yelling at an old white military man about your dog's disgusting. I don't want to be in the same restaurant. And he's probably like, look, I feel the same way about certain other people in this restaurant, but I'm not saying anything.
Well, you got a little bit of a social contract.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Dude, there needs to be a metal band called Hellaware. They all just are lame Joe Biden looking dudes.
I feel like Hellaware is an offshoot of FUBU.
Oh yeah, it's like a NorCal clothing company.
This dog completes me. It is the 2 to my 3/5.
No.
You were started with the whole.
Yeah, but mine was really funny.
All right, let's do one more. Do you guys want to do something about psychics, drunk driving with kids, or dead babies?
The first one.
Drunk driving with kids.
Dead babies.
Are we all different?
All things will be different.
Dealer's choice. Connor, you pick.
Okay. I mean,
We can save the other ones for another episode, too.
I suppose we can. Yeah, this is tough. There's some of them have a lot more meat on the bone than others. All right, so a Newcastle man in Pennsylvania forced an 8-year-old girl to drive him around, according to a criminal complaint. Police said Kevin Michael Cook, 24, forced the child into the vehicle and had her start driving to East Palestine, Ohio, before they were stopped by 2 bystanders.
East Palestine? East Palestine, Ohio. What a problem.
It's called Israel, but...
Israel, Indianapolis, and East Palestine, Ohio.
It's just off Gaza.
Yeah.
I mean, not to be a stickler, but wouldn't that be West Palestine?
I don't know.
If we go across the Atlantic.
So 8-year-old driving a drunk dude around.
Yeah, so basically, he's a family friend of the little girl. This guy's hammered, and he forces her to drive him home.
Whoa.
Now, what do we think should happen?
Is
to
this
guy?
right on the border? Like, because it starts in
Do
Pennsylvania.
you know a lot about Ohio DUI laws?
No,
Look at him. Of course he does.
Yeah,
It starts in Pennsylvania, right? And then he's supposed to. Like, that's a long drive.
That's also trafficking a minor. That's like a huge thing.
Well, then if it's a minor
Why do
trafficking,
you guys know
a dude?
so much about pedophilia statutes and drug laws? I'm going to look up the distance. You guys chew on that a little bit.
Ignorance of the law is no defense.
Definitely Shrimp Thunderdome.
All right, this dude's got to fight 100 drunk kids.
Oh, dude, no, this guy has to go on a fucking 2-week road trip with just like the worst 5th grade fucking juvenile hall class.
God, man, that's
like a Buster's.
Yeah, I have so many questions.
Busting out.
So this.
That's only a 35-minute drive.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, flip it around. Have him drunk drive some kids.
If this is an 8-hour drive,
That's what it is. Him drunk has to go be a school bus driver. That's his punishment. He does 6 months, and if you keep him all alive, he gets.
and on this
license back.
gritty origin story for Otto from The Simpsons.
I could see putting him in jail for kidnapping or something like that, but I don't think he should lose his license. I think he made a responsible decision.
I mean, that is a
to
good-
not drive, and we
Yeah.
should respect that. Whenever he gets out for whatever he gets charged for,
Yeah,
you know,
he didn't really. If anything, I think his defense is Your Honor, technically the child kidnapped me.
To be fair, Keith's driver's license is just a piece of notebook paper that has written in blood on it. Just be cool. Let's not have a problem here. That's whatever needs to show that.
What has this man really done wrong? Kids want to drive cars.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did
that's a
anyone
cool
tell this
thing.
8-year-old that, hey, you got to do something really cool?
Yeah,
Like,
there's always
Yeah.
no line for Autopia at Disney World. Psych.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even think this dude should be punished. I think he made a call.
Well, he
impressed
kind
that
of freaked her out. He sort of forced her in the car. He's not related to the girl. I mean, there's a lot of
okay,
problems
what?
here.
That's it.
hang on.
He's like a family friend, you know?
Okay.
Investigator said the 8-year-old said a man got out of his car at the intersection and yelled at her and Cook. 2 bystanders stopped the car right around the time the 911 call was made. Hey, this is Steve Ranazzisi. What are you doing? The girl told police Cook then switched seats and had her get into the driver's seat before the police got there. According to the complaint, police said they tried to give Cook a sobriety test, but he couldn't finish because he was so drunk. The officer even had to catch him to keep him from falling from the ground. Darlington Township Police Chief Alpha blah 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 told Channel 11 the 8-year-old girl has no relation to the suspect. He is just a family friend. So he's being charged with endangering the welfare of a child, driving under the influence, and driving without a license.
I mean, to be fair, the kid didn't have to get in the car.
I mean, but
it's her fault.
those
that's some victim blaming ass shit.
Yeah, well, the kid. First of all, I'm okay victim blaming in a situation where nobody hopefully got fingered. But I'm hoping there's not another paragraph at the end of this, like, BT Dubs.
We got a video.
Oh no!
Okay.
No, but I don't know. The kid could have called the kid made some bad decisions.
Well, the kid is 8. If I'm 8, I'm over.
If I'm 8, I called 911.
Yeah, well, Keith, you were a fucking gnarly 8-year-old raised by meth heads. You've got skills.
You were a hard 8, man. You're like,
like if the people from Taken came and got you, you'd be like, first of all, try to pick me up. Second of all, I made a knife out of a crayon.
I would have been like, thank you, get me out of here.
Yeah, that's true.
8-year-old me would
I was wanting to go to Europe.
8-year-old me would have been like, yeah, I'll drive.
Yeah.
Wow, a friend.
I think
this is crazy.
I think this is a fun day for an 8-year-old.
Yeah, I think it was probably terrified. But
I also like that you just referred to the child as it.
I think the 8-year-old should be sentenced to go-karts. I think that's a fair solution.
I mean, how good was the kid's driving? Do we know about that?
It's impressive. That
I mean,
he reached the gas
it says they almost got into 2 wrecks, which is pretty good for an 8-year-old on a 35-minute drive. I probably almost get more wrecks than that when
I was gonna say that's not bad.
The Madhouse or whatever. So.
Yeah.
All right, and for the guy Shrimp Thunderdome, me and boys will be right back after something else. Hey everybody, it's Connor here with Officer Money.
Hey everybody.
We're here to talk to you about mybookie.ag.
Goddamn right.
All right, mybookie.ag is the #1 place to gamble online. And you know what I like about them? They're not doing all these weird little, it's a game of skill, and this is where you go to fucking gamble, all right? And their rep in terms
This
of
is for the big boys, huh?
Yeah, their rep for straight up gambling is rock solid. They do 100% cash bonuses. So off the bat, you basically make money for doing nothing. All right, you
That's
guess
the
correctly.
American way, baby.
Yeah, exactly. This is capitalism, Officer Money. You should know about that.
You're goddamn right.
Yeah.
Officer Money is really kind of a one-note job.
No, he's not.
But I'll be shit goddamned if I'm going to put any more work into him.
All right, well, you might be
Baby.
You might be asking me, Officer Buddy, do they have fast payouts?
That's exactly what I've been asking you.
The fastest payouts, you might say.
How fast we talking?
2 business days, Officer Money.
That's not a lot of days. Officer Money knows 2 things: days and money.
Well, look, Officer Money, I think
that's me.
I think
That's who I am.
I think
Continue with your informational spiel.
I think you also know who's going to win, correct?
I know exactly who's going to win. Offer some money.
Yeah. Why don't you lay down some cash and win big today?
Why don't you not tell Officer Money what to do? But also, I will do that. But because I wanted to, not because you told me to.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Now, look, I would only recommend the service to my listeners that's been good to me. And they definitely PayPal'd us some money. So they're A-okay in my book.
Did somebody say money? Oh, sorry. That's the other. This happens a lot.
Yeah, if I actually get Officer Money to say Yanam, he goes back to his home dimension.
No, my powers!
Wait, no. Money Yaman, Money Mom.
I don't know where I am!
All right, he's back. That's why I am urging you to make your way to my bookie. You win, they pay?
Buh?
That's right. They have in-game live betting, the most rewarding player perks in the business, and an all-new mobile site that makes wagering on the go a breeze. Have you ever been on the bus and thought, you know what, I should have less money?
Officer
or
Money
maybe
does not
a
take
lot
the
more?
bus.
How do you get around town?
Officer Money drives a Cadillac.
Oh, okay. What's
made of pussy.
All right. I was about to ask what the Cadillac was made of, and I thought
you already knew.
It was
in your heart of hearts, you knew it was either money or pussy.
I was going gold for some reason.
Well, here's the
and now
thing:
I feel
it's made of pussy. It's full of gold. It's a Greenland, Iceland situation.
All right, now this is the only gambling site that is sponsored by a flimsily conceived gold pussy Cadillac driving racial stereotype.
Truly the flimsiest.
So now you need to go enter.
I'm actually Korean. I don't know what you thought.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, shame on you, dear listener.
You're the problem.
Now look, if you want to join my bookie and get a deposit match of up to 100%, so you're throwing down $20, you might get $40 back just to fuck around.
Yeah,
with.
I know how to do math.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, yeah. You are.
I don't
Korean.
like your attitude.
Am I right? If you want to get this 100% cash bonus, which is the three words that sound like a porn email, use promo code MEAN to activate the offer. That's MEAN, not MEEN, which is a mistake some of our listeners would probably sadly make. Visit mybookie.ag.com today. Oh, wait, no .com, just the .ag. It's from Antigua. That's a good country. A lot of good laws there, and probably, I bet their leader doesn't wear a lot of unnecessary military medals.
I mean, I can't imagine that's true.
All right. You play, you win, you get paid.
Officer Money out. And the Mean Boys podcast returns. Before we go into our next game, off air, Keith Ray was telling us, he started to tell a story, and we decided to save it for the show. Tell us what you were about to tell us.
So yesterday I got high with a couple of 10th graders outside of a liquor store in Silver Lake, California. And I was going to the liquor store to buy fancy smokes. I was in a good mood, and I was like, I'm going to buy me some Benson
Fancy
and
smokes
Hedges.
is what he calls weed.
No, Benson and Hedges.
Yeah, I know.
Ever delightful.
Well, yeah, no, Fancy Smoke seems like it would be his, like lounge act atheist, or,
Yeah, I got you.
What? Okay. Why am I interrupting this, Keith?
So I get out of the car, and I go in and I buy my smokes, but as I come out, these two kids are like, "Hey, man, will you buy us some Rillos?" And I was like, "Only if you let me throw in on one of them, because I had some weed on me."
Yeah,
and
of course,
I'm not a monster.
As you say to high school kids.
And I just assumed they were teenagers, and the whole smoking, you have to be 21 now. In
California.
That is
true.
Yeah,
so they could have been 18 or 19 and been addicted. Then I saw their braces. And I was already rolling the blunt. So I was like, how old are you guys? And they're like, we're in 10th grade.
Oh, no.
And I was like, well, I've already committed to this.
Yeah. You could have easily walked away from this
It's
situation.
not any less of a crime now.
Yeah.
If anything, now they're going to turn you in just to fuck with you.
No, they were really sweet kids. Like I see, and I wasn't hipping them to something that they weren't aware of. If you're smoking,
If you call them Rillos, you're not
berry Phillies or what you use to roll your blunts. You've smoked a few blunts before. So
fair point.
I figured I'd just kind of probe them for information about themselves.
You got to not say I probed some 10th graders.
I was probing these boys. I was trying to get all that I could out of them,
Well, fuck yeah,
They're just
man.
tireless at that age.
That's where the chloroform comes in.
Bringing it back.
Kid wakes up and he's like, oh my God, I'm in a weird jungle gym full of shrimp. What the fuck?
Thunderdome!
One boy enter, eaten by shrimp.
It is the way of the murder crustacean.
Well, so we were smoking, and I was
Party foul, face the wheel.
do you guys like comedy? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, well, who's your favorite comic? And the one kid goes, Louis C.K. I was like, good choice. And then the other kid goes, Richard Pryor. And I was like,
damn.
Okay, I like this kid. I want to get high with him again. You know? Like, you're cool. I was like, why do you like Richard Pryor? And he was like, well, it always seemed to me like when he tells his jokes that it's like he's telling them right to you. And it doesn't seem like an act. It seems like he's really talking to you. And I was like, wow, that's a pretty deep
That's
thought.
legitimate insight.
That's a good answer.
For
Kid
a
on the
10th
street.
grader,
Yeah.
you know, so I was like, okay, maybe these kids have a chance at life, you know.
And then they said, "Can you help me with my chemistry homework?"
and like I grew up in the middle of a fucking cornfield. I graduated high school with 47
Well,
people.
I wasn't so much born as I was delivered by a meteorite. Crash landed
Like
into
Mad
Kansas.
Superman.
Yeah, and I had nothing but a weird warehouse shirt with the name tag already sewn into it that said Keith. It's indestructible. And you know, after my career as a journalist fell apart due to the drinking problem, that's when I got into just peddling my verbal wares.
It's a bird. It's a plane. It's going to rehab.
Yeah, I was born with my CDL. It's not a big deal. That's the license you have to drive a big rig. God damn it, Keith! You should have known that. You're white trash like me.
Fair.
You're Cali. You're Cali.
Yeah, different
trash. I'm
brand of
corn
trash.
Yeah, you should have known that, man.
Should have knew it.
Did I say noon?
Yeah.
You did, yes.
Well, my mouth's not working yet. Okay,
It's okay, Keith.
But
Have a swig of Coke, and I'll tell the listeners about how you're like, oh shit, I'm running out of time to donate plasma. And then looks at his phone and is like, oh no, I got plenty of time.
All right, well, we should probably get to this next game before Keith's blood expires.
Indeed, we should. It's time for our favorite
oh,
game.
you didn't
everybody.
get to the best part.
What's the best
I'm
part?
smoking the weed with the kids.
So I fucked the kids.
So I'm getting all this info, and I'm sorry, I drone on, but I'll skip over the part where they told me about what it was like to go to a high school that nobody gets hit at the high school and stuff, because they go to high school in Silver Lake.
Yeah,
and I was like, I grew up just getting beaten all the time.
Right.
And these kids, they're like, why would they do that? And I was like, because they didn't like me, and they needed to teach me how to become likable. And that's how they did it. And they were like, oh, we just like everybody right off the bat, but we don't really care about anybody.
Well,
And
I
was
mean-
like, oh wow. So it's like you haven't invested anything in liking somebody, so therefore your like is not really worth anything. Whereas the people who beat me and now like me a lot because I've changed who I am and developed, like they're reaping what they sowed. They enjoy it. It's nice. It's more valuable.
Hey, clap your hands if you hit your kids in the building right now one time.
You gotta beat someone into love sometimes.
Well, thank you so much for skipping that part.
Yeah.
So I'll skip the part where I go on a 45-minute tangent to nowhere.
So I asked the kids. I had to get down to brass tacks. You know, the blunt was starting to get low, and I knew they weren't going to be hanging out with me afterwards. Nor did I want to hang out with them. So I got right to it. You guys still virgins? And they were like, no. And the one kid goes, I am, but he's not. I saw it. And I was like, what? These are some good friends. And I was like, really? You're still a virgin? So you're like, not even a blowjob, hand job, nothing? He's like, nope, nothing for me yet. I really would like to change that, though. And I was like, easy, buddy. You know? He was like coming to me for advice at this point. I was like, I don't know. You have to, do what you care the most about with your everything, and chicks seem to dig that. That's like the only way I ever got any pussy, was caring about other things.
Yeah, when Kay Rizzo put out...
Yeah, bro. I threw myself into whatever I'm doing at the time.
That makes sense. That's actually good advice.
Yeah,
it really is, yeah.
That's great advice.
So,
And here's the other advice I give the virgins on the podcast that I'll reiterate.
Stop listening to this podcast.
Good first step, but before you do, soak this in. The pussy hole, lower than you think it's going to be. The clit, higher than you think it's going to be. The middle, basically worthless. No man's land.
It's like America. Either side is pretty important, and in the middle is just a bunch of garbage.
Pussies are exactly like America. All right?
Because they're fucked.
Yeah, they're full of slow developing poison. Yeah, don't go thudding your chud head in the fucking middle, just like dunk dunk dunk.
Yeah.
You know, you're gonna be like a pigeon trying to fly through a screen.
Find
door.
the hole first. Send an exploratory thumb in there to get some answers, and
Yeah.
then you know where you're going.
Yeah.
You got to Lewis and Clark it.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they were like, "Do you want to be? Do you want
to be our sex
follow
dad?
me on Instagram or whatever?" And I was like, "Oh, I don't have Instagram. You can be my friend on Facebook." And they were like, "We don't have that because they're 15 years old.
Right.
15-year-olds don't need to look up people that they went to high school with. They're still going to high school with them."
That's a fair point.
All right.
So we took some pictures, and I'll just show you.
Why would you?
Oh my God!
You're showing us photographic evidence of, I hope, misdemeanor.
I don't think we can post this as much as I desperately want.
Oh, we're going to.
Yeah,
We can
you're
blur
gonna
it.
have
And
to.
I was showing them.
Oh, we can blur the
faces.
faces.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Showing them all the nudes chicks send me after my.
Okay, now it's a felony. Now it is a felony. You're distributing pornography to
I
children.
was like, "Have you guys ever seen 50-year-old tits?" And they were like, "No." And
they're like,
"I got you."
I guess I have
bro."
successfully avoided them. I'm gonna need to see the 50-year-old tits. Let me see these guys.
That's so funny.
This looks like my patio. This is.
oh no!
His face.
Yeah, we're posting that.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, the 50-year-old tits.
We'll just Photoshop Hassan's face over the kids.
You have like 5 pictures on your phone. Wait. Okay.
Let me see.
All right.
Let me see.
Those look like 45.
Those are
I
bad
haven't
tits.
You think they're bad?
Yeah,
They look
Can I see?
expired.
I haven't seen them.
Yeah, they're old lady tits.
Yeah,
They're
they
not
are
good.
old lady
One of
tits.
them is a rectangle. Like that's not.
Well, one of them's doing the whole like, "Oh, I'll smush this one."
Yeah,
you
don't
know?
fuck with that rhombus ass
They look
titty.
like Glenn Danzig's
That quadrilateral.
neck now, really. They're just kind of vaguely gray.
I love that we're playing a game of how many weeks in a row can we reference Glenn Danzig?
He's on the dome, man. I'm thinking about him.
He's on the Thunderdome.
All right, speaking of which,
Danzig Dome.
we have a very exciting game of which of the following?
Hey,
Prepared.
oppa.
This one comes to us from Ethan D. Lawrence, all the way over in sunny Britain. Thank you for listening, Ethan. One of our key transatlantic supporters says, "Oh, you mean boys! I'm so pleased to see this podcast go from strength to strength, and you have been and you now have a proud Patreon supporter in me. Not too many P's, man. You're fucking with me here.
Yeah. Fucking your Mary Poppins whimsy. Just give us your money.
The urge struck me to do another which of the following, since politician names and stupid places in the UK seem to amuse before. This one is on horror movies. Enjoy. Which of the following is not a real horror movie? This is also the guy that got into a fight with Ramsey. And, look, if you want us to comment on anybody else, Ethan, we got you. Okay? I'm here for you, buddy. This dude rules. So, round number 1, which of the following is not a real horror movie? A, Bikini Bloodbath Car Wash. B, Chud, Cannibalistic Humanoid Underground Dwellers. C, Night of the Living Cactus. Or D, Evil Bong.
I know 2 of these are real for sure.
Okay.
I think Chud is real.
Chud
I think
sounds
Chud's
real.
Chud
Yeah.
sounds
I
real.
call people Chud all the time. That's one of my favorite insults.
You just said Chud right before this.
Yeah.
Oh, I did, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good, like, it just means, like, you
That's
fucking...
but that's where it comes from. Is that?
Oh,
movie.
really? From
Yeah.
that movie?
It's
yeah,
not like
they're
Chode.
they're fucking shitty sewer people.
Are they, like, bros? Like, sewer bros?
No, they're just like gross, like sewer monsters.
Because when I hear Chud, I think of, like...
well, it sounds like Chad.
Chud is the kind of guy who'd have an Ashley Madison account, if that makes sense.
Yeah, Chud is just like a fucking gross idiot.
You know, like
Yeah.
this fucking guy.
What are the what
Chud
are
you get stuck talking to at a party.
what are A and C again?
A is Bikini Bloodbath Car Wash, and C is Night of the Living Cactus. It seems like you could just go Bikini Blood Car Wash. It's a wash, it's a bath, this is redundant.
I'm gonna say
I think that's real.
I think Night of the Living Cactus is the fake one.
What's the last one?
Evil Bong.
Yeah, Evil
That's-
Bong's real. I've seen that.
Evil Bong is real.
You've-
Yeah, I've
that
seen it,
sounds
too.
real.
Okay.
I'm gonna go.
It's fucking terrible.
I'm pretty sure.
Really?
Or if that
What?
ends
Aw,
up- if
man.
that ends up
Meryl
being
Streep's
the
not in
one, that's not
I just
real.
bought a
It
Shudder
was, like,
account.
Haunted Bong or some shit.
Good Paul.
But I remember
Yeah.
something with like a haunted
A company
bong.
that might actually sponsor us, so don't take that the wrong way.
I'll go the fuck because Living Cactus sounds real too, just because it's so terrible.
Yeah,
I'll go
it's-
with the Bloodbath Bikini Car
Yeah.
Wash, even though I think that's real as well. God.
All right, the fake one. Night of the Living Cactus.
Boom!
All right, Keith jumps into an early lead. Round number 2, which of the following is not a real horror movie? A, Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers. That's Keith's sophomore album. B, It Was Because You're Black. Jesus Christ.
That's Keith's third album.
That's my legal defense.
C, Fertilize the Blaspheming Bombshell. That's a voicemail for me. Or D, Monster'd.
Oh God,
Monster'd. I love that. That is a Captain Underpants
that
villain.
needs to be a movie if it's already
Weren't
not.
the Monsterds the bad guys in Space Jam?
Oh, yeah, Space Jammed Up Butthole.
Can you run them one more time real quick?
All right, A, Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers.
Okay.
B, It Was Because You're Black. C, Fertilize the Blaspheming Bombshell. Or D, Monster'd.
I think Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers is the fake one.
I'm gonna.
That's
say,
the best Misfit song they never got on vinyl. I'll
I'm
tell
gonna
you that.
say It Was Because You're Black is the fake one.
I'll go.
Okay.
I'll go C. I'll go the third one.
All right, the fake one. It Was Because You're Black.
Son of a bitch.
Tied up neck and neck, Keith Ray, Keith Carey. Ehsan, Sucks.
I'm very bad at this game.
True.
Round number 3, blank versus blank edition. A, zombies versus Mardi Gras. B, Dino Croc versus Super Gator.
Oh, I've seen that.
C, Teddy Roosevelt versus Dracula. Or D, Helen Keller versus the Night Wolves. Those could have been day wolves. She wouldn't have known the difference. It didn't need to be like invisible wolves. That's 100% of all wolves.
Helen Keller versus any door.
Helen Keller versus the stair.
Clang.
Apparently Helen Keller liked to fuck. Have you guys heard that?
Really?
Yeah, like she was just like, yeah, fucking get in there.
Neat.
She could feel that.
That's true. She got 1 sense left.
She could
Like,
feel that. That probably
Yeah.
like, was
You know,
crazy heightened.
You know,
oh, yeah,
you
she probably just like comes a fireworks show.
Yeah,
like,
sure.
You know what's it would be so funny if she's getting dicked up and she just starts laughing and she's like signing like,
Yeah.
look, there's no way that you would know this, but you're actually signing potato inside my vagina. All right, what are you guys thinking here? We got zombies.
what if she
versus
keeps thinking she's having sex, but she's just sitting on a plunger?
Well, she can. Her pussy's not dumb. She can feel wood, and she knows what a dick feels like.
How does she know?
She's a slut. You heard the story. I might have made up.
Helen Keller, you dirty whore.
I'm just gonna Google Helen Keller slut and see what comes up. Helen Keller on Twitter tweeted, "I'm not gonna lie, I was a total slut in high school." I
mean, that's pretty credible.
That doesn't seem.
Helen Keller has a Twitter account? That's amazing.
It seems to be like some sort of joke thing.
Oh, you don't say.
Well, really?
It's not the real Helen Keller.
Wait, does it have the blue check mark next to it? Because that's how you know if it's real or Helen Keller.
No, but she thinks it does.
Yeah, maybe I just heard this wrong or made it up. I'm sorry. To the Helen Keller.
What
estate.
a weird piece of slander to create.
Yeah.
Were you thinking of Anne Frank? Because Anne Frank was kind of horny.
I think if I
She was 13, I doubt.
No, Anne Frank was horny as fuck.
she was discovering
she
her
was
body.
horny, yeah.
Keith.
Maya
Why don't you
Angelou.
Well, there's all these like things that got
That
cut out of.
lady.
I was writing a sketch about it for the show, but there were all these things that got cut out of the Diary of Anne Frank, where she's like talking about like having like gay sex and like wanting to fuck, and like she's like a 13-year-old.
Right, yes. That makes sense.
It's just funny.
13-year-old wants to fuck. I get that. I'm
Yeah.
saying, I doubt she had time to be a slut.
Well, no, but I think. But I'm just saying, like, maybe he's mixing those two stories up.
Okay.
Yeah, because there's only 4 famous women in history.
For some reason, Anne Frank and
of-
Helen Keller confused a lot. I don't know why.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
I heard it somewhere, and they were probably wrong, and I'm sorry about that. You know?
Yeah.
But anyway, which one of those things is fake? I'll refresh your memory. We want quite a tangent. Zombies versus Mardi Gras, Dino Croc versus Super Gator, Teddy Roosevelt versus Dracula, or Helen Keller versus the Night Wolves.
Zombies versus Mardi Gras.
I'm going to go zombies versus Mardi Gras as well.
Keith Ray.
I'm gonna go with Teddy Roosevelt versus, is it Dracula?
Yes.
Yeah.
The fake one. Teddy Roosevelt versus Dracula.
Shit.
Oh, damn.
Damn, I thought that had to be
I
real.
want to shut down the national park. That's a really,
Wait, because it was Abraham.
deforestation. Dracula.
Talk softly and carry a big steak.
Damn, bro. That was a fire ass.
Half-court Roosevelt refs.
Yeah, that's some great foreign policy.
You ask me,
jokes.
all those people at Mardi Gras are zombies getting drunk out there. They're
Let's go ahead and go to round 4, champ.
they're just showing boobs, boobs.
Yeah, we can go ahead and end this.
I did a vampire voice for a zombie. Boobs.
Yeah.
But, they're out there just stumbling around like some.
Like a bunch of Helen Kellers.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Round number 4. That's my new character, Connor Bombing. A, colon / hacked the number 2 death. B, big tit zombie. Love it.
Yes.
C, I was a zombie for the FBI. Or D, scrotal vengeance.
I was a zombie for the FBI. Sounds like a Ramones lyric. I don't know why.
It really
I
does.
See, what was it?
Scrotal vengeance.
Scrotal vengeance. Yeah, that sounds like something that
Keith,
I would actually
you need
go to a
to
matinee
write
for.
material quicker just so you can have these as albums. Scrotal vengeance.
Hacked to death.
What is the scrotal vengeance? Is when you kill the guy that was camping in Call of Duty and teabag him. That's really scrotal vengeance.
I'm going to go with scrotal vengeance.
What was B again?
B was big tit zombie. Number A is like a coding thing, like colon / hacked to death.
That's too specific, I think, for it to be made up. So I think it might be Scrotal Vengeance.
Scrotal vengeance. All right.
I'm going with the The first one. The one
Hacked to
with all-
death?
Yeah.
All right, Ehsan Ahmad.
I said Scrotal Vengeance.
All right, the fake one. A, hacked to death.
God damn.
Keith Ray, crushing
Fucking
it.
Keith Rain Man.
Well, I can't imagine somebody going to see something that's just got like a bunch of symbols in the name. You know what I mean?
But Big Tit Zombie.
Yeah,
selling a lot of tickets.
Go to that.
Yeah,
Keith, that's kind of impeccable logic. He's like, that doesn't fucking sell tickets. It's
But
like
these
a
are like direct
C++
to video.
reference.
But these are direct to video horror movies, pretty much.
Big Tit Zombie had a theatrical release in the UK, all right? They're much more sexually liberated than us.
That's probably true, but there's no way you know that.
And they have like porn in the newspaper in England.
Yeah,
no,
England- Page 5.
Page 5?
Page
Yeah.
5.
Yeah, because I remember reading about this one porn star, and it was like, yeah, she was a Page 5 girl. I was like, what the fuck is that? And it was like, oh, they just jerk off to the paper.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, let's check out the stocks, and let's check out my stick.
I jerk off to the paper anyway, but I just really like Ziggy.
Ziggy hasn't been in a newspaper in a billion years.
Ziggy's probably still in the papers.
All right, we'll settle this after the show.
Yo, Ziggy's hanging around, fam. Ziggy's been.
Do you think you're gonna?
Ziggy made the jokes, jiving us that they were funny, but he just fucking sucked. All right, round number 5, all real or all fake. No more goddamn song parodies, Connor edition. A, stuff Stephanie in the incinerator. B, sometimes Aunt Martha does dreadful things. C, weasels rip my flesh. Or D, I dismember mama.
All real.
All.
I think Keith is mad because he seems to feel like some of these were stolen from events in his actual life.
I'm
fake.
pissed because you can read faster than I can think.
I can't even read that well, dude.
No, you read very quickly.
Oh, sorry about that.
all right.
A, stuff Stephanie in the incinerator. B,
Oh no, I heard you. I was just saying. I'm just kind of in awe of how well you can read. I know that you guys are mean to each other. That was just a compliment on.
I know
his
this is a lot
intelligence.
for you. I know you've only been underneath about 6 to 7 roofs in your life. It's kind of an overwhelming day for you.
Did you say roofs?
Yeah.
Roofs. Like the roof?
Yeah.
Roofs.
You know there's not a V in roof, right?
I think you're thinking like
Mr.
Cliff
Reed's
Roofs.
so goddamn
Hey,
good.
man.
Over here with
It's
his
roofs.
roofs.
I just wanted to give you a win, you dum-dum. Okay?
You got the roofs like Jagger over here.
God damn it, I feel like such a dumb asshole.
Yeah, you should have taken the
Probably never
compliment.
seen any roofs. Fuck. God damn it.
I grew up with a house. Come on. Jesus.
All fake.
Yeah, I'm going all
That's
fake,
all real.
too.
All right, those are all real.
Wow.
I think Keith still wins.
Yeah, you got like everyone.
Yeah, Ethan says, have fun and keep up the sterling work, although I hope you do better than the actual pound sterling because, well, we ain't doing so good. Fuck everything, God is dead. I like that this guy threw in a geo-economic little zing, again, with the New Yorker cartoon type humor in a game where it's like, the black tits were the living dead.
I think Tit Vampire was better than Cunt Werewolf.
All right, everybody.
Do you think you could pull up Helen Keller and the Nightwolves? Is that something that you could just Google?
I mean, you can Google anything. Well, you think Google's going to be like, nah, bro, you can't handle this fucking sick-ass
You can't handle the Nightwolf.
Yeah, this movie looks terrible,
is it?
but Helen Keller does look pretty horny. That kind of corroborates my point.
Oh man, that's like recent.
Yeah.
How old does it look?
All right, well, it came out in 2015.
I kind of want to watch this movie.
Yeah. All right, well, we'll look into that, and
Yeah.
we'll be right back with your questions in the Mean Boys mailbag.
Sock it to me.
All right, Alex, you have 1 hour.
I'm a mammal, Kelly. I need to nurse the minds of my young.
I'm not going to have any more arguments with you in front of coin-operated livestock, Alex. That time of my life is over. Look, I'm going to be back at 3:30. Whether or not there's a SWAT team with me is up to you. All right, kids, go see Daddy. Mommy has to go run some errands.
Hi, Dad.
Hey, Dad.
Liberty, justice. How are my two favorite ragamuffins doing?
Actually, Dad, we've been meaning to tell you, I'm going by Libby now.
You can call me Justin.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. If I hadn't eaten your birth certificates, that's what it would say on them, goddammit. I didn't go on an ayahuasca barbecue quest to name you like a couple of liberal trendies.
Alex, I've already dialed 9-1. Do you want me to dial the other one?
All right. Come on, kids. Let's go get some thick-cut freedom chips.
Dad, they're called Mojo potatoes. We've been over this.
All right, goodbye, Alex. 1 hour. I want to hear about this in the van, kids, and not on the news, Alex.
Goodbye, Kelly. Come on, kids. Yeah, Mojo potatoes. Yeah, everybody hates freedom and loves voodoo.
Dad, can we play air hockey?
Not now, Liberty.
Libby.
Yeah, whatever, girl Bernie. Now, kids, put these in your mouths.
What?
Open up. We don't have much time. I'm testing you for fluorides. Now, has your mother been filtering your water?
We just get it from a friend.
Damn it, Kelly! You know the terms of our custody agreement, don't you? Drinking from a Chinese fridge? I thought you two looked gayer. What else she been doing? Does she still think about me? Jesus Christ, your contaminant readings are off the chart. You might as well be drinking from the toilet at the DCCC.
There's not going to be any pizza, is there?
No time. I'm going to level with you kids. This visit is going to provide the cover I need to break the next big story wide open. I keep getting kicked out when I go scuba diving in the ball pit solo. But with you two here, we're going to change the world, kids. I have inside information that this is a chain of pizza parlors that is crawling with
pedophiles.
Exactly. Oh, that's Daddy's little girl. And this goes all the way up to the top of
the mainstream media.
Oh, Justice, if you weren't at risk of catching the gay from that common refrigerator, I would hug you. And they are trying to
take away our freedom or something.
Every time, huh?
Like, I'm 8 and I've already figured it out.
Oh, I get it. You two think your old man is a joke, huh? Well, it's not going to be so funny when I prove that this place is crawling with democratic sex perverts, and I'll sue your mom for child endangerment and take you two back to the Eagleplex to further your training.
Dad, it's a very nice townhouse and all, but you just can't install a security system and a car elevator and then just start calling it the Eagleplex.
And you can't just give me a tie for a Father's Day present and think I'll feel cared about. All right, you know I don't wear ties. I'm too virile, Liberty.
Mom says it's because you get a rash from your neck sweat.
Yeah, you'd be sweating too if you knew that cunt like I did. All right, here's $20. Go get your San Francisco witchcraft tots. I've got a family to save.
Sorry, Alex, I forgot. Here's Libby's EpiPen just in case. How's it going, kids?
We're scared. Yeah, it's pretty bad this time.
God fucking damn it, Alex. Can't you ever relax and just be a real person?
I'm sorry, Kelly. I can't. Sheep will need to be sheared. Now, thanks for the EpiPen. This bad boy is loaded with adrenaline. And, sweetheart, you just made the mistake of giving a full moon to a werewolf. Oh, yeah! Pepperoni is people! Ski ball's rigged! Those parachute army guys don't work as good as you think they're gonna when you get them home! Rachel Maddow was a vampire! Now show me the toddler dungeon! I know it's in here! You're getting paid $8.25 an hour to be a scab for the devil! Be somebody and take me where the kids are getting stuffed!
Come on, kids. Let's go get Froyo. Mommy has to call her lawyer again.
All right, Froyo!
Quang!
Hey, Mean Boys and Girls, it's Connor here, and I'm here to tell you about a very exciting new sponsor we've got on the Mean Boys podcast. These are Studio headphones. These headphones are sexy as fuck, all right? They look like some shit that, like, women that fuck rappers wear. They're like, sleek and fucking cool. They just look awesome. They sound great. They use the best technology. They've got headphones and earbuds. And we're offering a pretty fat discount on some of these headphones. You use the code MEanBoys15 for a 15% off discount. They kick the boys back a little cash. So if you're looking to upgrade your fucking sonic life, I don't know, that's not the best way to put that. If you want good headphones, go to studiosweden.com or follow the link in the show notes. And just, if nothing else, just look at them and feel bad you can't afford them. And then realize you can if you use our headphones or our code. But if you can't afford them, then you feel bad, and it'll just encourage you to, like, get your life together so you can own nice things.
Just buy the headphones.
Niggas are mean.
Save it. The Mean Boys podcast is back, and I just found out that Tom Goss, quote, stormed out of a Steak and Shake because of the movie Bronson. So I need as much information as you can give me.
He only tells the stories about how I make girls at Taco Bell cry on the road.
I need to know that one, too.
I've heard that one.
Yeah. That was like a really heartwarming moment for me. I got to listen to you guys on here, and you guys were like appalled at my behavior, and I was like, oh, I made the Mean Boys talk about human decency. That's what I'm talking about. But yeah, so bitch fucked my order up and wouldn't listen to me.
I like that. No remorse. Don't
K
step
Rizzo
away.
doesn't play that shit.
Step into it. Step into
I
it.
was trying to buy half the menu. You know what I mean? I was having fun. I was throwing money at that Taco Bell. And but the Bronson story. So I got up early one morning and watched the movie Bronson because I had tried to watch it with Tom a couple nights before and ended up falling asleep.
Right.
It's just we were up late, you know? And not that it's not an interesting movie. It's a great movie. But it's Tom's favorite movie. And I think that's just because Tom has a fiery ball of rage
Well, it's because
inside
it's
him.
Tom the movie.
Yeah, Tom is the most like Bronson I've ever met in my life.
There you go. Just buttering himself up and fighting prison guards for no reason.
And I was watching it in the morning with people asleep in the house, so I watched it with the volume really low, and I didn't turn on the closed captioning or anything like that, so I kind of missed some parts to the movie,
right?
Like that guy that he chokes out. Like, I thought he actually killed him. And I also didn't know why he choked him out other than the fact that he didn't like him. Like, they didn't seem to become buddies right off the bat, so he just kills the guy. And I was like, that's not cool. You shouldn't kill people. And he's like, do you know what that guy did? And then I was like, oh, I had no idea. He's a horrible victimizer and terrible person. And okay. But what about all those guards that he keeps beating up? And he's like, they're prison guards. And I was like, yeah, they're guys who have to pay their rent. Like, they don't want to be prison guards. I'm sure some of them wanted to paint, but this is what the fucking deal is, motherfucker.
So basically, Tom is upset that you're defending all the people that Bronson punched in the face.
Yeah, and then like the weird capture of the art teacher.
Oh yeah,
thing,
that's
and
fucking
I was
weird
like,
deal.
I was a little disturbed.
It's a little rapey.
I wasn't saying that I didn't enjoy the movie, that I didn't think Bronson was a badass.
Yeah.
I wasn't saying any of that, but he loves that movie so much that he just got to a point where he's like, you don't know what it's like. Fucking prison guards are the devil.
And it's also like, Tom doesn't either. Tom's never been to prison.
No.
Yeah, it's Tom had a bunch of, fucking frumpy women with, like, junior college degrees that tell him to take his pills. And he's like, you don't know what it's like on the inside.
well, no, that's what it was. He was taking it personal because he has been around people of authority.
No, I get it, yeah.
And
I get that.
Without his freedom, yeah.
It's concerning to me that
without his butter, his fight butter. We know he needs the fight butter.
He needs his fight butter. So
fight butter.
Oh, I mean, it's tough to top cheese pedophiles, but fight butter. All right, we got some questions for you guys. If you had to replace your head with that of any bug in the world, which one would it be and why?
Any bug?
Yeah. I'm trying to think of a cool, flies. I feel like I could see.
I was thought
flying mantis,
degrees.
you can eat people's heads.
Yeah, I thought
cool.
praying mantises
I was
always had cool
I was
faces.
leaning towards like praying mantis.
Yeah, I think that's my. And also,
got that triangle head.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keith.
Oh, I'm supposed to be a fucking bug?
Yeah.
Cockroach, I guess.
That's like the worst one.
Why?
People don't like them.
I guess that's logic.
If I gotta be a bug forever, I don't want to have to talk to people. You know,
I don't think it's going to be a problem. I don't think they're going to be like, oh, we all want to chat up the bug man.
No, here's a good part. As Keith turns into a cockroach, can't kill himself. They're too indestructible.
Yeah.
Bomb goes off. He's like, this hell, I'm stuck in this hell.
Yeah, I go praying mantis.
Now this big dumb
praying
redneck
mantis.
is a bug forever in a little place called the Twilight Zone. Rooney Waldridge asks, can I get a shout out? No, bitch. Dave Cyrus says, have you ever had sex with someone whose beliefs you were disgusted by?
Oh, fuck
Yes.
yeah.
That's
dude.
a great question. Yeah, I fucked a Scientologist.
I fucked a Nazi.
Fucked an anti-vaxxer. You fucked a Nazi?
Yeah, dude.
Go
Well,
on.
yeah, don't say that like I'm stupid. Tell
Look,
the story.
I used to play in bands before I was a comedian, and I love punk rock music, and punk rock has like a rift. There are like the anarchist punks, and then there are the Nazi punks.
Right.
Yeah.
And sometimes Nazi punks put out. And you gotta take full advantage of that, right? So, yeah, that's how
You gotta try to fuck some socialism.
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't jerked off by a
Yeah.
white supremacist at Knott's Berry Farm one time. So
White supremacists
I didn't know
are pretty
till later.
common out here in California.
well, yeah,
you
especially
know?
down in OC where I'm from. It's
Yeah,
funny. It's
yeah.
all over the place, dude.
What did this girl look like? What ride was it behind?
It was on the dinosaur ride. I have a bit about it in my act.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know. We were like 14.
Nice.
And I was just, she cranked me off.
Yeah, I can't.
She kind of looked like a fat version of the hot girl from that
Did
movie
you
Green
meet
Room.
Chelsea?
No.
Oh. Never mind.
Wait, what?
I thought he might have met this girl.
No, it was not. Wait, what?
No,
The
girl that
Oh, yours. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I dated a girl named Chelsea. I'm like, she's not a Nazi. Like,
no.
Oh, yeah.
She's Jewish.
Different
Okay,
Chelsea.
I got confused.
what? That's
Wait, there are two Keiths who fuck two different Chelseas?
That's right.
Man.
But at least you got to have a long-lasting and loving relationship with yours, whereas I just dumped one in this Nazi's ass.
That's it. Oh, man.
You and Dunkirked it out in the toilet.
You know what I mean?
I just dumped one in this Nazi's ass.
Man.
Oh,
that's
Hall of
crazy.
Fame.
I haven't had that many. I guess I got jerked off by a masseuse who was really into Hillary Clinton.
Ehsan, you're so like Keith is so clearly fucked up, and you're so subtly. Well, yeah, Keith's like, I'll huff chloroform, and you're like, of course, and you're like, well, yeah, I huffed some chloroform. It felt good to not feel, if that makes sense. And we're like, oh, Jesus. Yeah, like fucking like debauchery behind some sensible frames is just very weird. I'm like, this guy looks like he's in the Geek Squad, and like he's wearing stripes. This guy should not be
getting jerked off.
Fucking Democrats, not on an alt-right podcast. Come on, man.
Not that I'm. You guys already heard what I did yesterday, so I mean, clearly I'm kind of into corrupting the youth. You know, it's my thing. I corrupt everybody that sticks around. You know, like I hadn't seen my parents in over a year, and we hung out for 2 weeks, and my mom just got acquitted of possession of over a pound of marijuana. So, like, I'm a bad influence on my own fucking parents, all right?
I'm like short-circuiting from how much everything you say is
well, yeah,
the same.
like he's going to go home and he's like, oh, yep, dog smoking crack again. Got to get a new dog. All right, Jesus Medina says, I do have a question. In all honesty, what is your favorite type of anime? And since doing hentai, which of the following, were you curious in watching or reading some more Japanese smut? And then he linked to a hentai website that got taken off by Facebook. Thank God.
Yeah, the answer is no to all of that.
Yeah, I like anime. I like the very basic bitch popular anime.
I like Cowboy Bebop, and that's about it.
I don't
I'm
go
not an
deep cuts
guy.
anime. I
just like shit where there's a lot of like cool fighting.
Yeah.
I'm into the cool fighting.
I like The Wall by Pink Floyd.
Redneck anime.
It's my favorite anime.
Nope, never. Not been a hentai guy. My friends told me, he's like, if you like Dragon Ball Z, there's this really cool anime called Hentai you should look up. And I was like, okay. So I looked it up, and I was like,
Glorp.
Yeah.
When I was like 12.
I first came across it when I first started watching porn, and I was like, it's not for
Every
me.
like 6 months, I'll like get a wild hair up my ass. I'm like, I'm going to give this cartoon porn thing a fair shake, and I never get into it.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a cartoon porn video in years now. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I jerked it to Velma from Scooby-Doo getting
I mean, who hasn't?
Yeah, well, that's like my weirdest.
Marge from The Simpsons.
That is the weirdest fetish I have. Is like Velma from Scooby-Doo is like my,
That's
my
fair.
whole deal.
I mean, but I just like, can we just get like Sophie D to play her on X videos, and then just call it a day?
I would love that. Yeah,
Yeah.
And there's a live. There's Dana D'Armond as Velma. That's a good time.
Fun.
Yeah.
First woman I
love-
saw naked.
Nina Hartley does Hillary Clinton getting railed by like 15 black dudes. I watched the whole video because I wanted to see if she was going to talk politics with them. Like they were trying to like really push the agendas,
Heavy predators.
I was going to say poopy pooper predators.
And she just, like typical Hillary, just wasn't hearing the people.
Bernie would have come.
Jesus Christ. We saw that one great one where Keith and I were we saw Flo, the Allstate girl, fucking the original Allstate guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, fucking the original like State
Flo
Farm
and
guy.
Mayhem, yeah.
Yeah. That was a good time.
Oh, I love Mayhem. That guy was so good in Oz. He was like the most manipulative character in all of literature, dude. He played the whole fucking piano, man.
In literature of the TV show Oz. Where you jump off some roofs, buddy. Here's one. Any plans of having Andy Dick as a guest on the Mean Boys podcast? I hear you guys are homies. Got his phone number. I've called him several times. He has not responded. So
we should try and make that happen.
I should blackmail him into doing the podcast.
I will bring all the booze that he wants. If you have me on the Mean Boys.
The degree to which I do not want to see Andy Dick drunk ever again is infinite.
I mean, he did straight up try to rape Connor.
Yeah.
You didn't do it?
No.
You kiss boys.
I would have
take one for the team.
I would have done it probably just for the story.
He was fucking Nazi Santa Claus, bro.
I was in a relationship, guys. All right?
Yeah.
But
I'm a good person.
Come on, everybody gets their fucking celebrity.
Yeah, is Andy Dick on not your 5?
Yeah.
Is Andy
What
Dick
is
not
wrong
your
with
5,
you, bro?
Connor? You weirdo. You fucking freak.
Yeah, you don't want to fuck that old, probably AIDSy man.
Well, yeah, I just let him try to rape me because I thought it would be funny.
And to be
to
fair,
let
it
Andy
was
Dick try
hilarious.
to rape me, and it was great. Well, Keith was like, I was going to get in the car with them, and I was like, Keith, here's the thing. I'm doing this either way. I know you're trying to be a good friend and stop me. Just come with me. It's going to be hilarious. I can beat him up if I have to. And you know what? We're all fine.
Yeah, I believe it.
I was really bummed out. It was like a David Lynch movie. It was
Robbie and
super
Omid,
bad.
you guys were no help at all, you high dildos, okay? You guys were just like, yeah, what, pills? I'd like a pill. And I was like, well, he's trying to, you know.
He was straight up trying to, like, roofie, like, push one into his mouth. Like you're feeding a dog fucking anti-worm medication.
Well, yeah, and it's like, it's not like, and here's the
Cosby had
thing.
just been upfront about things. Nobody.
Nope.
Can we get sued for this? Because it is true. I have
100% true.
I have witnesses and photos and everything.
Yeah, I have
It is
videos
very
still of some
true.
of this.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
guys go to his house?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
Well,
you have
his,
the shed?
not his house, his ex's house.
Yeah, but he
Yeah.
lives in the shed in the yard, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Dude, I love that shit. Ever since him and Howard Stern had a falling out, I got to see his house and everything. I was like, man, that guy's doing things. Fucking love anybody who's like, fuck these typical homes. Like he was doing tiny home before other people.
Oh, I guess
started doing
I posted
tiny
a picture
home.
of you shirtless, and Facebook tagged it as like, "Is this hit appropriate? Does this violate our standards?" Answer this questionnaire. Yeah, yeah. For Keith Ray, are you or are you not just Tom doing a different voice?
There's a lot of different people in the world.
All right,
That'd be a yes.
Keen insights here. Very good stuff. I think we got a couple voicemails. We got one.
I'll take that as a compliment, though. Tom Goss is a genius. I love that dude.
All right, we got one left over from last week that I wanted to play because we got to shit on this guy.
Hi. My good friend Brad Chad Porter is desperately in love with Leah Kajanian and doesn't know quite how to tell her.
So this is probably that dude trying to be like cute on the
Yeah.
podcast
Yeah.
to do that. And that's not like a nice. I'm glad she wasn't here for that because that's awkward, you know?
Yeah, don't do that. Like,
Yeah,
what do you
don't
think is
do
going to
that.
happen? She's like, well, I guess I'll marry your dick.
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess the guy who had to do this in some weird, like, big publicity stunt kind of, or maybe it's just a guy. I don't know this dude. I feel bad.
He's probably just a garden variety creep.
He might be a guy that knows me from when I went out to the Midwest because a lot of the guys out in Oklahoma knew Leah from when she started there.
Possible.
Wait,
Yeah.
so wait, who is this guy?
I don't know.
Just
Some
some dude?
asshole who's in love with Leah.
I have his
Okay.
phone number. I could figure it out. Yeah, I'm not going to.
Yeah.
All right. Here's another quick one.
Don't be a creep.
I mean, boys, it's one of your fans out on the other side of the country that never gets to come to one of your live shows. When you guys going to come out to Gainesville? I know if you do, you got at least 4 people coming to your show, which seems to be the minimum.
You fucking asshole.
Wow, he got you at the end.
Yeah. No, that was great. Yeah.
Dude, I would love to go to. I want to go to Florida. I've been thinking about that for some reason recently.
Oh yeah.
What was the town he said?
Gainesville.
Gainesville.
Yeah.
If we could set up a thing where it's like if you can just pre-sale like 20 tickets or whatever, 30 tickets at $20, like we'll just come and do the Live Mean Boys there.
If you just pay us enough to get there and back, and
Yeah, yeah.
maybe go to Disney World for a
Yeah.
day. Like, that's all I need.
I want to go anywhere. Here's the problem: all our fans are poor gay guys that are addicted to drugs and have no money.
Yeah,
Yeah, you guys
And
really
I love you.
You guys really cornered that market.
yeah. We got to start fucking like yacht boys.
Yeah.
like tap
Oh,
into
right, yeah.
tap into a richer.
I like when advertisers
fan
reach
base.
out and it's like, "What's your demographic like?" And I'm like, "Have you ever seen the show Cops?" Okay, it's
People
like,
they arrest.
it's like that, but on fire. Keith, I have a story request. Please tell the one about the mother and daughter and the $2 bill.
Oh, yeah.
This one is so fucking good. I've been
Okay,
saving it
so-
for the end.
So I could have been a dad, you know.
Oh Jesus! There's a single spotlight on Keith. He's smoking a lone cigarette.
I kind
is
of
black.
wish I had become a dad because if you have a child, you can just give up, and like I now I have to keep going and stuff. So I don't know. I was
Do you
dating
play
this
lounge
chick.
music behind this story?
I was
play,
I was dating this
chill
girl named
jazz?
Sydney.
Wait, you know what, Keith? Hold on, I'm finding it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Let's vamp a little bit.
All right.
What are you finding on YouTube?
Oh, we were getting lounge music.
Oh, 100%. This needs to be told with musical accompaniment.
Okay. I'm excited because I feel like I'm the only one who doesn't know this story.
Well, when I was in college, I lived in an apartment complex.
All right, come on. We got it. It's coming up here.
Buy one
Right after
pizza
this
at
Domino's
Domino's.
ad.
This week.
Talk over this. We're not giving them free advertising.
Summer of 1977.
Okay.
Yeah. So when I was on,
Choke up on that mic a little.
When I was living on the west side of Indianapolis, 2012, me and my friend Cale Forbes shared a 2-bedroom apartment with a balcony. In an apartment complex where you could either pay your rent with Section 8 or, you know, as I like to think of it, pay to play. That's right. You got Indy's poorest people and then just regular run-of-the-mill college kids living in this very, very... are you allowed to say ghetto anymore?
Yeah.
Ghetto apartment complex. And I liked living there because me and Kale, we had the same hobbies. You know, we'd probably drink 12 Budweisers a piece a day, smoke a pack of cigarettes, and then call it, you know, do homework, read, listen to music. And because we smoke so heavy, we always hang out on our porch, and that made us a big deal.
Right.
Because we're like, oh my God, they can afford cigarettes daily. They drink beer every day. They must be rich college kids, you know. And we were a big hit with all the black hookers in the neighborhood, of course. And so, like, I kind of went through this phase. Like, they would just knock on our door. We didn't have to solicit them. They would come and, like, you want some fucking, you know? And sometimes we didn't even want them to fuck. We just make them do dirty shit on the couch and laugh.
What's dirty shit? Just real quick.
Put things inside them and stuff.
What kind of things? Pizza crust? Or?
Remote controls. Fruit.
Go on.
So, like, after a while, that kind of lifestyle is dangerous and seedy, and you don't want to keep it going. So I started seeing this girl that lived in the neighborhood, and because she was around all the time, all those other chicks fucked off. You know, they wouldn't come around. She was gnarly, hood chick, bro. Like, she taught me a lot of things. She taught me how to roll a blunt, how to fuck like your kid's not in the next room, all kinds of cool shit. You know, shit you need to know as an adult in this world. And like, we were hot and heavy, man, right off the bat. She was cool. She loved Xanax and Fireball. And, I would bring her those little dollar shots of Fireball, like, and she would light up like I gave her a fucking wedding ring or something. Man. It was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna suck your dick now. This is great, you know. It was really cool. And I remember, like, we've developed plans to live together, and like we were gonna run off together. I bought a camper and everything, okay, and it was gonna be me and her daughter Yendis, which is Sydney backwards. Why? Because she has no class. That's what fucking awful thing to do to a child. But I loved her little girl, you know. She was really great. And like the hardest part of that breakup was not being able to see that little girl anymore, you know, because she thought of me as like her new dad because she didn't have one of those, you know. And I was trying to fill that role. I was young, but I've always fancied myself to be a natural born patriarch. I want to be a fucking, not in any kind of political sense, in the metaphysical sense. I want to be the leader of a family. You know,
you want
what
a
I
tribe.
Mean? Yeah, you're damn right. And like that's just my instinct as a human being. And so I was ready to commit to this relationship.
Right.
But then I found out that like she'd been letting her cousin, this guy named like Damon or something, stay on her couch. And then I found out that he wasn't her cousin, and she'd been fucking him like all along, like right up under my nose. And that really broke my heart, and I just kind of, you know, cut her off and everything. But this is where it gets hard. Don't fuck your neighbors, okay? Because you're gonna keep living there, you know. And I did. So I would still have to see Yendis get off the bus coming home from school, a little kindergartner, and she'd be like, "Hi, Keith, how are you doing today?" And I'd be like, "Good." And I'd be like, "How'd you do in school today?" Because they would grade the children on their behavior using a color system. And like, and when
White
you're
to
trying
black.
to be somebody's
Sorry.
dad, you learn that kind of stuff. And she was like, "Oh, I was blue today," or "Oh, I was green today," and that meant you were like a good kid. And then like orange was in the middle, and then red was you were bad, and then brown was the worst kid in class. And like they actually had a color for the worst kid in class. Like that.
That's brutal.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Yeah.
I didn't like that at all. And she was usually kind of an orange kid, you know, like
Yeah.
right in the middle. And one day she came home and she was like, "I got blue." And I was like, "Oh, that's awesome. Come upstairs. I got something for you." And because I had just eaten a Happy Meal, because poverty, you know, and I still had the toy. And I was like, "Oh, I'll give her the toy as a reward for behaving herself in school."
Right.
And I give her that. Oh, she hugged my waist. She just loved me, and she just lit up, and she goes, "I'm going to go tell Mom." And she runs down the stairs and goes to her house. And about 5 minutes later, I'm like jerking off or watching TV or something.
Right.
Yeah, your patriarchal duties are done for the day.
I get a knock on the door, and it's my ex-girlfriend. And I open the door, and she like kisses me and tells me how sweet that was for me to do that. And I'm thinking, oh, maybe we could reconcile. You know, sure, she's a cheating slut bitch from hell that's already ripped my heart out once, but maybe I can forgive. You know, maybe I can forgive. So she's like, "You want to come over to the house, hang out with Mama and her other cousin?"
Real cousin or
no? This is her real cousin.
Okay.
Her cousin
Okay.
with. Her cousin with multiple sclerosis.
Actually named Nomad. Backwards.
Her cousin with multiple sclerosis.
Yeah. Oh,
Backwards Damon.
That chick was a pill-popping freak, man. No joke. She was always taking pain dope because of her MS. She'd get all constipated. One time, Sydney made me, like, start her butthole like one of them ketchups from the... You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, we all do.
No, hang on. Explain for the audience what you're
vintage
ketchup.
The vintage ketchup bottles. Where
Yeah,
you
glass. They're called glass.
That's the one. The glass ketchup bottle. So I had to get her started one time. That was funny. And I go over there, and we're like watching Martin and being like just being everything that it needed to be, like real family shit. And we were having fun.
Yeah.
And she goes, "I'm gonna go get ready," and I was like, "Get ready? You're always in your sweats. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
You
ready
know?
for what?
Yeah." And then she comes back and she's wearing blue jeans and those boots with the fur. You know what I'm talking about?
Apple bottom jeans.
They weren't apple bottom jeans. They were. She had a fat ass, but like these the boots that
Uggs.
come up. Uggs. That's it.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you. And I was like, "God damn, you look good," you know. And she goes, "Yeah, I'll be back in a little bit. I'll see you guys. I'm going out with so and so." And I was like, "Did she just invite me over here to dump me again?" That's some bullshit.
Get tricked into babysitting.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck? I thought we were reconciling. You invited me over to let me know you're seeing other people. This is bullshit. And at the time, I was kind of into drugs, so you know, we all go through
You didn't
phases.
need to narrow down a time for that, Keith.
I knew her mom, Shauna, was a crackhead. So I was like, I got $10, and she was like, "I'll be back in 5 minutes," you know. And she's like, "Where's Cindy put all the fucking Brillo? Brillo. Where's the fucking Brillo in this motherfucker?" She's like tearing apart all the things, all the cabinets in the kitchen, looking for Brillo pad, and she finds some, and then she just walks over to those like 3-piece CD players that they used to have.
Yeah.
You know, and she just rips the fucking antenna right off of it. Breaks that shit off, stuffs the Rillo in there, and now we're smoking some crack. Now you might be wondering, where is Yendis? Well, I'll tell you where Yendis is. Yendis was put to bed at like 7:30 in the afternoon because you're just allowed to do that.
This is part of being a patriarch. You got to make these executive decisions.
And then I always wear a tie. I'm not wearing one at the moment, but you guys know me. I wear ties a lot.
Yeah, you're a fancy boy.
So I just took my tie off and tied it from Yendis's door to the bathroom door so as to keep her from getting out of the room.
You trapped a child.
Yeah.
You're smoking crack out of an antenna with your
her
ex-girlfriend's mom.
Yeah, with the child's grandma.
Turned bad so fast
For $10.
Yeah.
So
How did you pay her?
Well, we'll get to that in a minute.
Okay.
Okay. So we're getting hot and heavy because I don't know if you guys know this about crack, but things get sexual real fast.
Wait, I'm sorry. So you're fucking the lady's mom?
Well, that's the thing. I didn't start off by fucking anybody. I started off by going down on her cousin with multiple sclerosis.
Wait, this same time?
Yeah, who was just fucked up on other things. Me and the mom were the ones smoking the crack.
Okay.
So I'm going down on her cousin, and like she had MS, but it wasn't that big of a deal. Like those legs were a little wonky, but that pussy was A-okay. Fantastic.
Oh my god.
I'm giving her Clip them whisker treatments. You know what I mean? And her mom, or Sydney's mom, not wanting to be left out, yanks my sweatpants down and starts beating me off like a cow's udder. It's just so they can get the visual at home, you know.
Yeah.
And eventually, you know, it's the only threesome I think I've ever had. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Okay.
But that was just that night. You know, after that, we didn't really have a lot of three-way sex between me and the aunt and niece, you know, which was the mother of my ex-girlfriend, who I think that's pretty much fair dues for inviting me over to dump me again.
If you say so, champ.
Anyway, I mean, I might not be the best ex-boyfriend, but I'm definitely a terrible babysitter.
Holy shit, that was an odyssey, dude.
Oh, it's not done.
Oh my god, there's more?
Well, because, like I said, Shauna was a crackhead, you know? So crackheads need money. And she would just come over to my house, and I'd basically use her face as a pocket pussy. Like, every chance, every time I wanted to jerk off but had $10, I was like, skipping that shit, call Shauna. And it got to a point where she would just knock on the door and offer, even when I hadn't called her or anything, just seeing like, oh, you got any liquor in here? And then she'd be like, what you got? What you got? And I'd be like, sometimes I didn't have much. You know, one time I fucked her for $6. I mean, it was 4 gold coins and a $2 bill. That my aunt sent me for Memorial Day.
A Memorial Day present.
I got kooky aunts, and I put it in a Crown Royal bag and threw it to her like Indiana Jones. Yeah, that's Shauna.
What did she say to you?
She stole my pennies. Fucking bitch. I just remembered that. I had all these rolls of pennies there, and I didn't give her those because I'm not a heartless human being. You know, like, you gotta pay a hooker with some dollars. You can't just be like, here, I rolled up all these pennies. Suck my cock. That's gonna be, you know how the deal works. You need them more than I do.
Oh, what did she said something about the daughter, though, didn't she?
She was always bitching about something. Like one time, she was blowing me and she interrupted sucking my dick to tell me that Sydney was pregnant and lost the baby.
That was the one I was looking for. The one where she was just like, I just wish you and my daughter get back together.
Yeah,
and then,
she was always trying to get us back together. She's like, I just wish Sydney would see in you what I do.
And then on that note, I think that's the show, everybody.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, thank you guys for coming.
Thank you.
Wow,
Thank you for
holy
having
shit,
us.
dude. You guys got anything to plug? Keith, you got an album coming out, right?
Yeah, it should be out before the holidays this year, Pussy Love and Friendship. I'll be promoting it all over the place, but I was really happy if you...
And Keith, we will have you back to discuss it.
100%, yes.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just follow
yeah, you're here too.
Yeah. Oh, hey guys. I took no drugs as a kid. You just follow me on Instagram, Ehsan J Ahmad. That's EHSAN JAHMAD.
Very nice. I think that's it.
Fuck everything. God is dead. Sponsored by Casino, sponsored by headphones, sponsored by burritos, sponsored by your bones. Make a porno, we're pretty funny. Make a kid book, a bad investment. Wah, boom, boom, Karnak, boom, 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 Tom.